Business Sense brought to you by Access Bank. There is a fantastic promotion running. It's called Fakitwa Beji Kesia, where with only 250 cedis as a starting point, you could win your share of over 500,000 cedis in cash and other rewards like gadgets, Chromebooks, iPhones, PS5s, and the rest of them. We have 4 mini monthly draws. All you need to do is to spend 500 cedis or more with any of our Visa cards and qualify for a reward, and also start those savings and current account contributions up to 500 cedis or more and get into full swing of the Fakitwa Beji Kesia promotion, brought to you by Access Bank in partnership with NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions applying. And he said, Lazarus, come forth. And he who was dead came out of the tomb with his hands and feet bound. And he said, loose him and let him go. I love it. He shouted and says, Lazarus, come forth. So sound is also energy. It's power. There's power that's transmitted through sound. Don't waste your sound. When they were surrounding the walls of Jericho for 7 full days, they were silent. They were gaining momentum and ascending. And when they released the shout, the walls fell. So if you apply the energy of sound at the right time, it leads to great change. Master the art of sound. Because silence is preparation for releasing of the right sound. Get out of that grave. That's what he said. And he who was bound came out of the grave with his hands and feet bound. Then he said, loose him and let him go. All right, so we're starting off with a newspaper review. We'll bring you some quick headlines, and then we have business news and sports all before 8 o'clock. We bring you tech and social media trends. Newspaper reviews brought to you by Piva Beverages. Enjoy one of 5 distinct flavors that are available in this new exciting drink. 0550032231 is our line to call. Visit your local store. Insist on Piva, a taste you will love. We're sponsored also by Total Excellium, a new formula, 3-in-1, additive and rich, cleans your engine, extends its life, lowers your fuel consumption, all in one clean sweep, reduces your CO2 emissions as well. And of course, Fidelity Bank is proud to be associated with the segment. Trust in the journey and understand that we are with you every step of the way. Let's turn your dreams into reality. Fidelity Bank, we are here for you.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
If you have 250 Ghana cedis right now, it can do wonders for you. Chairman, Fabeji, it could turn your tears into joy in the Access Bank Fakitwa Beji Kesia promo. Madam, Fabeji, it could get you up to 50,000 Ghana cedis cash prize. Business owner, Fabeji, as a student, make transactions with your Access Bank card, and that could get you Spotify and Netflix subscriptions, PS5, iPhone 16 Pro Max, and more. This be out of class senso. Fabeji, you see what 250 Ghana cedis can do for you? And Gasakra. Fabeji, it's the Access Bank Fakitwa Beji Kesia promo. Deposit a minimum of 250 Ghana cedis and its multiples in your new or existing account, and be on your way to winning a share of the 580,000 Ghana cedis in cash prizes and other amazing rewards. The more you deposit, the more your chances of winning. Promo runs from now to September 2025. This promo is in partnership with NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Access Bank, more than banking.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
See the colors of the rainbow, and I can feel the sun on my face. I see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I can feel heaven in this place. And that's the sign of a victory. That's a sign of a victory. I can feel the spirit of the nations, and I can feel my wings riding the wind. Yeah, I see the finish line just up ahead now, and I can feel it rising deep within. And that's the sign of a victory. That's the sign of a victory. Now I can see the distance of your journey, and how you fought with all your might. You open your eyes to global warming, and through it all, you sacrificed your life. That's the sign of a victory. Yeah, yeah. That's the sign of a victory. If we believe we can achieve anything, including the impossible, yes, I know. So let's lift up our heads, yeah, and raise the flag, yeah, yeah, and scream like you're born to win. Now let the game begin. That's the sign of a victory. Yeah, that's the sign of a victory. Yeah, yeah, that's the sign of a victory. That's the sign of a victory.
6:36 on the Citi Breakfast Show. We starting with the newspaper review this morning with Richard Sky and Godfred. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning, Bernard. The Galamsey protest is ongoing.
Yeah,
I'm happy about it. For me, I when it comes to Galamsey, I don't care who is protesting.
it's very important.
The color or whatever it is, protest.
There has to be some more drastic action.
Yes,
When
protest away.
when Parliament reconvenes, they definitely have to scrap the LI. This attempt to amend it will not fly.
Yeah, I was listening to your point of view chat with
Tony Obin.
Tony Obin,
There's
and
no point in.
there's
no point.
There's a thread that is coming through from all the people you have queried.
And when you push
on this
them,
matter.
you realize that there's no justification for saying that we are amending the LI. The LI has to go, because to create a guise for people to enter a forest to mine and then say that you are relinquishing the power of the president it is not the point. Remove the LI so we can start from a fresh ground. They know.
I think beyond that, the point has got to be made that when you make a promise,
Of course.
you have to live by it. Promises by their nature are immune to changing circumstances.
Correct.
So don't find yourself in office and now say that,
You haven't met Ghanaian politicians.
so, and the state of emergency, they have to declare it.
It's very important.
It is very important because we face an existential threat
I
to
saw
our collective and individual survival.
I saw a video, a news report from somewhere. But I think it was either the northern region or one of the regions. But the water, the water that is being processed for people, human beings to drink. Charlie,
Lots of stories on Galamsey actually. So, for example, if you take a graphic, there's an interesting article that is in the "Let's Handle Galamsey with Caution." This is Kwesi Ofori, and it's an article on page 7, part of the editorial. We'll discuss that later on. Okay. Let's start with the front pages.
I'll start from the front page of the Daily Guide this morning. History will be kind to Nana. This is coming from Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. OSP drags Charles Bisu to court for corruption. NDC petition against 3 Ashanti seats dismissed. And the very sad news coming in from the Ashanti region. Asante Mamponhene is dead. That is the person who sits on the silver stool.
That's a big one.
Yes, it's a massive.
That's a big one. Oh, okay.
The Ghanaian Times says this morning, President unveils a Jumera initiative to create 10,000 jobs and businesses. Okay, so it's actually 10,000 businesses annually, and that will create thousands of jobs.
Okay.
If you go elsewhere on the front page, chip embedded passport rolled out. Okujetua Blakwa, the Minister for Foreign Affairs, is here on the front page, and protesters hit across streets demand end to Galamsey.
Correct.
The front page of the Daily Post also goes with Mahama launches a Jumara, and also the big announcement, Matoda Sanchez-Siedu appointed as second deputy BOG governor.
Congratulations to her. The Chronicle says this morning, OSP files bribery charges against Charles Bisu. The photograph of the OSP is here on the front page. Also, Ghanaians should forgive NPP. Bawumia still on the thank you tour, and some troubles brewing within that party. And then clinical psychologists in court over alleged $70,000 forex fraud.
Front page of the Daily Graphic also has a Jumera blast off. Chip embedded passports kick in. President Mahama Akufo-Addo take copies. Boku feuding parties converge on Mensah for peace talks. Weak enforcement behind annual fiscal loss. UPSA Dean. And July 1 declared National Day of Thanksgiving.
The New Republic says Bisu's saga escalates. OSP hits him with 15 criminal charges. Vice President opens Mental Health Awareness Month. Is she back in the country?
No, she's been very busy, although she's not around.
Oh, I see. Oh,
her office has been busy.
So she's working from behind the scenes. Okay. And then the Jumara campaign is also very much on.
Okay.
Finally, from me, Bernard, the front page of the Graphic Business. BOG stirs crypto appetite. Industry players hail move. Party Kudus at the crossroads as big deals loom.
Okay.
3,500 students skilled in digital finance.
The Daybreak newspaper says shake up in GAF, which is the Ghana Armed Forces. And you have some photographs here of the big shots within the army here on the front page. Also, CDS holds 2-star generals in valedictory meeting.
All right.
And let common sense prevail. Julius Debra to appointees. If you go to the Economy Times, Ghana's growth projection revised as World Bank IMF re-evaluate global economy. Fitch predicts minimal impact of U.S. tariffs on Ghana as IMF pushes for economic reforms. And still within the crypto space, cryptocurrency trading regulatory framework begins to emerge.
CityNewsroom.com. Galamsey LI2462 must be completely repealed. Tony Obin speaking. You made reference to this. Also, Anti-Galamsey protesters project environmental devastation onto Jubilee House. Now, he also says politicians' involvement makes Galamsey fight difficult. So all those on Galamsey. Now, thank you, Tor. Bawumia speaking from collective standpoint. This is Richard Ahiagba. Meanwhile, admit your failures and stop shifting blame. Asa Asante to Bawumia. In other stories, Accra Academy, only 22 staff overseeing 5,000 students. Headmaster reveals that is wild. And then 5,700 customers affected by data breach. MTN Ghana confirms. Meanwhile, Boache Jaku says MPP is at risk of imploding over thank you tour. There's a lot of thank you tour stories, so probably take them together. And then in politics, Ashanti Region Court throws out NDC's petition on 3 parliamentary election results. And as you read, Matilda, Asante-Siedu appointed second deputy governor of the Bank of Ghana. Channel 1 News, so soon for to begin mediation talks as Boko factions arrive in Kumasi. And then the name of the group that did the demo is called Generational Rights. They extend anti-Galamsey protest by 2 more days. Meanwhile, PPP backs CJ suspension. And then a few more stories. Thank you, Tor. Focus on internal unity. Some political analysts talking to MPP. My Joy Online is also on the thank you tour. According to Arthur Kennedy, it's a campaign relaunch, not a thank you tour. Meanwhile, there's a circulating video. Who born dog? Angry Canadian Japan clashes with Ohieni Abronye. Very, very interesting stuff coming in from that particular program. So many people opining on it. And then Ghana more dependent today than previously. Fosu Dotti speaking there. Globally, Canada's new president says they will not be intimidated by Trump. So BBC says Canada's Carney secures historic election win and says Trump will never break us. Bloomberg leads with that story as well. He promises to strengthen Canada in victory speech. Now, he's a liberal. He won a narrow victory in Canada's.
And he's talking tough already.
He has to. Everybody has to. You have to talk, man. Meanwhile, let me take you to East Africa for a quick one. Tanzania lifts ban on agriculture imports from South Africa and Malawi. We're following this story. Some food trade wars in the southern and eastern part of Africa. Some progress being made there. Let's start with Galamsey.
Yes, so
then we'll deal with MPP.
Ghanaian Times has that story on page 11, and it says that a group of protesters yesterday hit the streets of Accra to demand an end to illegal small-scale mining, also known as Galamsey, in the country. Now, the protest was organized by the Generational Rights Protection Society, a group of protesters to draw national attention to the devastating effects of illegal small-scale mining activities in the country. Now, led by Mr. Uketeche Afrifa Mensah, the convener of the GRPS, the protesters clad in red and black attire walked from the Obra Sport, Kwame Nkrumah Circle, through Kanda and ended at the Jubilee House. Now, they held placards with inscriptions, some of which read, "Blood, Gold, Green. Unite against Galamsey. Ghana must rise against Galamsey and stop Galamsey now," as they walked through the principal streets of Accra to express their grievances with personnel from the Ghana Police Service present to ensure law and order and to provide security. And they presented a petition.
Two things they did. They projected the videos of environmental destruction onto a large screen directly in front of Jubilee House, which was quite symbolic. And then they extended the demo by a couple more days. So we expect to see more protests in the coming days.
Yes, wherever you are, you can join.
Okay.
So
now,
you know. On
still on
page
Galamsey,
7 of
yes.
the Daily Graphic, there's an article here by former policeman Akusio Fori, who says, "Let's handle the Galamsey menace with caution." Talks about the mind game. Says, in the past, young people involved in Galamsey used unemployment as a conduit to garner sympathy and legitimacy for their nefarious activities. As captured in one of the 2021 headlines of the Business and Financial Times, employment opportunities will stop Galamsey. However, when the illegal miners noticed that the bargaining tactics of citing unemployment failed to appeal to the conscience of the masses, they activated the evasion gear, engaged in a cat-and-mouse game with authorities to avoid apprehension and prosecution. So you can get a copy of the paper and then get more. Now, if you go on page 38 of the same newspaper, "Give government space to fix Galamsey crisis." This is coming from a gentleman known as Dr. Seth Sogbe, who is the president of the Africa Development Council.
Okay, still within the green space, if you go to page 6 of the Ghanaian Times, there's an article there on the environment and what's happening within our context, the green emancipation.
All right.
It's by Alfred Kumson. If you're interested, you can read that. But let me take you to another story that's related to Galamsey. The OSP versus Charles Bissell. Now, the Chronicle has that story, and it's basically saying that the OSP has filed criminal charges against Charles Cromwell, Nana Benyin Nwanwonto Bissell, former secretary of the now defunct Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining, and his alleged accomplice, Andy Thomas Owusu. Now, the charges were filed yesterday, April 28, 2025, at 12:38 p.m. local time at the Criminal Division of the High Court right here in Accra, under the authority of Dr. Isido Tufo, Director of Prosecution at the OSP. Now, both men face multiple counts of corruption, bribery, and abuse of public office related to their alleged involvement in facilitating the renewal of expired mining licenses without due process. Now, their actions are said to have undermined regulatory mechanisms, especially those established to manage artisanal and small-scale mining.
Finally, on Galamsey, LI 2462 must be completely repealed. This is from CEO of Petroleum Hub, Dr. Tony Obin, called for complete repeal of the LI 2462, which regulates aspects of small-scale mining in Ghana. Speaking on a point of view yesterday, he argued that the regulation should be scrapped and replaced with a new legal framework better suited to protecting the environment and effectively regulating the sector. Now, I listened to Tony Obin because he spent first half of his working life as the CEO of the Chamber of Mines, and then the next half as the CEO of the Minerals Commission, and then he was the NDC spokesperson on mining during the campaign. So he knows a thing or two about mining. And he was born in Wasai Kropong, is from Damai. So basically, mining is his life. So let's listen to what he's saying. Now, I want you to go to the MPP next. There's a lot of stories from the MPP, and I don't even know where to start from. So, for example, if you come to citynewsroom.com, there is a discussion about the thank you tour. Now, what has said the cat among the pigeons is MPP's Boachie Jakun, who's released a statement saying that MPP is at the risk of imploding over the thank you tour. A stalwart of the MPP, Boachie Chamantin Jakun, has expressed deep concern about the party's ongoing thank you tour, calling for immediate action to redirect the initiative to its original purpose. Now, Ejaku, in a statement on April 28, stated that the thank you tour, which was meant to renew hope, connect with grassroots supporters and restore MPP's image, has unfortunately taken a troubling turn. Now, he says instead of fostering unity, he observed that the tour is increasingly marked by discord, blame shifting, and internal strife, which he believes threatens to damage the party's unity and reputation. Then he goes on to emphasize the growing internal divisions risk eroding the trust and goodwill of the MPP has worked hard to build. Now, as if to corroborate what he's saying, a video has surfaced showing, you can call it some sort of war of words. At an event, the former Assistant Central MP Kennedy Jepong clashed with MPP's Bono Regional Chairman Kwame Bafo Abronye at Brekum in the Bono region, joined Baomia's thank you tour. Now, the former Vice President's tour reached the Bono region on Monday, where Abronye is regional chairman, and the meeting was nearly ruined following a verbal clash between the two. Now, as regional chairman, Abronye was the first to speak in his welcome address. He fired salvos that Mr. Japan later interpreted as being targeted at him. The Bono regional chairman questioned the sincerity of persons preaching unity in the party, when in his view, the same people had earlier sown seeds of discord within the party with their utterances. Abronye also rejected a proposal by Kennedy Japan that the party should grant amnesty to all former members who had left the party, as well as those on suspension. Then Kennedy's response basically came through to basically said that he attacked Abronye's record as regional chairman, pointing out that MPP had only one parliamentary seat in the region, and it took the MC to calm nerves. And all of this was happening while Dr. Bamia was sat quietly there. Then there's a lot of interviews being done by media houses with different people. So I'll give you two of them. So, for example, Dr. Richard Asa Asante is asking MPP to redirect the thank you tour from blame shifting to sort of unity. Then Arthur Kennedy has also been interviewed, and he is accusing the Baomia of using the thank you tour for a campaign relaunch. All right, that's on my journal online. Physician, author, and politician Dr. Arthur Kennedy says former Vice President Baomia's thank you tour is really a relaunch of his flag bearer campaign, as the opposition party struggles to reconnect with the Ghanaian public. Speaking on Joy PM Express, he dismissed the tour's official purpose and questioned its timing and sincerity. And what I find interesting is that lots of media houses have interviewed people. So, for example, if you go to Star FM, you have about 3 interviews on MPP with different people saying different things.
The MPP should park this, campaign tour business. It's a complete waste of everybody.
For example, let me give you an example.
This is not the time to be doing thank you tour. There are bigger issues to deal with. Go behind the scenes and deal with your problems. We don't want you to come and be airing your dirty linen in everybody's face. Go inside, solve your problem. When we finish, you finish and you think you are.
So let me give you the last one. So one political scientist who has been interviewed by quite a number of media houses is saying that the former president prioritized loyalty over competence, and basically everybody's talking. Everybody's talking.
Anyway,
maybe it's part of healing. You have to talk to be healed.
Maybe try the thing. Ghanaians should forgive MPP. Baomia is asking all of
still on thank you talk.
Yes, so if you go to page 3 of the Chronicle, the story says that flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party in the last election, Dr. Mahamudu Baumia has pleaded with Ghanaians to forgive the immediate past administration for its shortcomings. And he was speaking during his thank you tour.
Let's do education and health after you. I have to very important.
Let me do the new passport business. It's very
before
important.
We go to
on page
the second time they are launching it.
That Let me just catch up with it here for you. Then,
All right.
because there are two angles. One is very interesting. On page 10 of the Daily Graphic, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has commenced the rollout of chip-embedded passports for new applicants across the country, a switch from biometric passports. The chip-embedded passports launched in Accra yesterday is in compliance with the International Civil Aviation Organization's requirements to meet international standards. So, quite a few personalities received theirs yesterday. I think I'll find a way to go and apply for mine to see if it works. Now, if you go to a Daily Post on the same story, there's an angle here that is pretty interesting, Aloski. On page 7 of the Daily Post, stop anointing chip-embedded passports. Foreign Minister to pastors.
Oh. For the visa to be facilitated.
Yes, the government of Ghana has officially launched a passport now. Speaking of the launch, Mr. Kuchetu Ablakwa, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, stressed the importance of handling the new document with care. In a lighter moment, the minister humorously cautioned against using the new passport for spiritual anointing, noting that such practices could damage the chip technology.
Well, let me take you to a very troubling story in education. Accra Academy's head teacher, I know we've made this point before. He says only 22 staff overseeing 5,000 students. This is serious. So, that's their motto. Management of Accra Academy High School has identified a shortage of on-campus staff as a major factor behind growing student indiscipline. Headmaster Emmanuel Fori revealed that only 22 staff members currently reside on campus, tasked with overseeing a student population of about 5,000. The significant shortfall, he noted, hampers effective supervision and management of students. He raised his concerns during a visit by the Education Committee of Parliament. Now, I saw a story yesterday that also said that in one of the senior high schools, lack of accommodation for female students was also leading to delinquency, and that a lot of them had to perch in places which were not safe for SHS students.
The Chemu headmistress was very,
so
very
I want to appeal to the Minister of Education to, as a matter of urgency, address some of these issues with some emergency moves, because if you have on-campus accommodation for some of these teachers, it will reduce the level of indiscipline.
Okay.
And I know you can't build a house in a week, but at least you can start something.
Exactly.
So Chemu Secondary School, Accra Academy, and other schools need some help.
But let's talk about jobs and
Ejumera.
Yes, Ejumera. Now, Mahama Ejumera policy ignites youth entrepreneurship. The story is in the New Republic, and it's by Prince Ahinkra. And it says President John Dramani Mahama of Ghana has officially unveiled the groundbreaking Ejumera policy with the ambitious goal of establishing 10,000 thriving businesses led by Ghanaian youth every year. Now, addressing the audience at the awe-inspiring launch event, which took place on Monday, April 28, 2025, at the prestigious Prempeh Assembly Hall in Kumasi, the president emphasized that the initiative aims to empower the younger generation to innovate, create, and excel in the world of business. Staying within the presidency, we're told the vice president is to open Mental Health Awareness Month. Again, the same reporter says in a groundbreaking event set to ignite change, Vice President Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman is set to kick off Mental Health Awareness Month on April 30, 2020.
Two headlines. Tanzania lifts ban on agriculture imports from South Africa and Malawi. This is progress. And then the husband of the late Nigerian gospel musician Osinachi Ochimana has been sentenced to death by hanging because he was responsible for killing. You know the woman who sang Eku Eme Eku. Charlie, the guy has been apparently.
Now, if you go to Burkina Faso as well, reports that the tensions have mounted after another coup attempt.
So 2 coup attempts in.
Yeah, so a week after an attempted coup in Burkina Faso, the situation remains tense in Ouagadougou, particularly among the armed forces. Local media indicates that a meeting scheduled on April 22 at the headquarters of the General Staff, which was supposed to include several army officers, was postponed, then later cancelled as the invited officers failed to show up.
You should return the country to constitutional rule.
Correct. That will be all for now. The business news is next.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva Tangerine fruit drink, busting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grip, Piva Tangy. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055-00-322-31. Piva, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
Let's go. My body, when you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling. Oh, you a work. But you know it's out on your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, cause you know it's out on your side. And when you dream, no say I never you. And when you hustle every day, when you wanna go, anything you do, I never you. Fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I'm on your side, fidelity.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Go me. And what time when you come back, we are not hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
Go, the go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Nashika Caesar here with Citi Business News. Good morning.
Good morning, Bernard. Hello and welcome to the breakfast edition of the Citi Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN Goil and EcoBank. I'm Nashika Caesar. Coming up, IMF backs Ghana's finance minister on energy sector risk while calling for urgent reforms. Also coming up, Ghana Chamber of Mines expresses readiness to diversify country's mineral portfolio following discovery of nickel in Nuti region. And later, energy sector players call on government to maintain control over Ghana's mineral resources to boost economic growth. Let's settle for the details of our stories now. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, has endorsed the finance minister's assessment that inefficiencies within Ghana's energy sector pose the greatest threat to the country's economic stability. The IMF mission chief for Ghana, Stefan Rode, reaffirmed the fund's long-standing concerns about the sector's financial shortcomings, stressing that energy sector reforms remain a cornerstone of Ghana's IMF-supported program. Addressing Ghanaian journalists on the sidelines of the recently concluded IMF spring meetings in Washington, D.C., Stefan Rode pointed out that challenges in the sector, particularly the shortfall between revenue collection by the Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, and the true cost of electricity production, have been a major area of focus since the program began.
Most recently, what we have done with the new government is to discuss continued implementation of these reforms, and what we have heard from the new government is that they are very committed to those reforms and to try to sort out the challenges in the energy sector. They are not going to be resolved from one day to the other because the size of the shortfall is large, but they are very committed to accelerating those reforms and to try to reduce the size of the shortfall going forward and to try to tackle the issue of the accumulation of arrears.
Stefan Rude also expressed optimism about the government's forward-looking commitment to meeting the program's targets.
A lot of the forward-looking component had to do with how to make sure that, given that underperformance, how to make sure that the program objectives remain achievable going forward, and what type of policies have to be implemented to make sure that that the objectives are achievable. So we talked about the fiscal situation. We had some slippages. The performance was not as good as envisaged. But do we have policies now in place to make sure that the objectives are achievable going forward? And the response is yes.
You had there the IMF mission chief for Ghana, Stefan Rude. Away from the IMF, the Ghana Chamber of Mines has expressed its readiness to support the government in its efforts to diversify the country's mineral portfolio and enhance value addition along the battery supply chain. The Chamber's statement follows recent reports indicating the discovery of potentially mineable nickel deposits in the Uti region. Daniel Drumensa reports.
The discovery was made during ongoing iron ore exploration conducted by the Ghana Integrated Iron and Steel Development Corporation and the Ghana Geological Survey Authority. Initial drill samples show nickel concentrations exceeding 1%, considered commercially viable, raising the possibility of Ghana entering the global race for critical minerals. While certified laboratory results are still pending, officials describe the initial data as promising. In an interview with Citi Business News, the CEO of the Ghana Chamber of Mines affirmed the Chamber's readiness to support the government in exploring and developing the newly discovered mineral resource.
We need to wait for more detailed information from the Minerals Commission or even from GISDEC to see what the size is. Is it commercially viable? How large is it and how big it is? Then, by then, I know government itself has a method of engaging investors, and we are willing to support government to promote the nickel mine if it is something that is economically viable, so that we can diversify our portfolio, create more jobs for people in the country, and make more income to support our development agenda. Our plan has been, as we've been saying in the past, that exploration is the lifeblood of mining. Without exploration, you can't mine. And this nickel all came out through exploration. And currently, mining companies or exploration companies pay VAT on their key exploration activity. That is the assaying and the drilling. So we've always approached government to try and do something about this VAT.
That was the acting CEO of the Ghana Chamber of Mines, Ahmed Dassana Naktongma, ending that report filed by Daniel Odru-Mensah. Moving on, MTN Group has announced that approximately 5,700 MTN Ghana customers may have been affected by a recent security breach. In a statement issued Monday, MTN Group assured the public that it is working with leading cybersecurity experts and conducting a forensic investigation in line with established protocols to assess the impact. MTN Group pledged to contact all affected customers directly. The company added that investigation is ongoing and emphasized it is devoting the necessary resources to resolve the matter swiftly. MTN Group also encouraged customers to remain vigilant and follow standard security measures. Now, the Chief Executive Officer of the Petroleum Hub Corporation, Dr. Anthony Obin, has stressed the importance of the government maintaining a degree of control over the country's mineral resources to help drive sustainable economic growth. His comments follow concerns raised by some market analysts who criticize the government's initial reluctance to renew Goldfields' mining lease for its Daman operation after a 30-year period. However, Goldfields Limited has since reached an agreement with the government to extend the lease for an additional 12 months. Speaking in an interview with Bernard Avle on Channel 1 TV's The Point of View, Dr. Obin argued that it is time for Ghana to derive greater value from its natural resources by ensuring that resource management decisions are aligned with the nation's broader economic development goals.
I think we've gone past structural adjustment. So we couldn't still be using the same policies on the structural adjustment now. And that's the way I see it. And so Ghana would have to adjust the way it handles the mineral economy. A lot of thoughts have gone into that. So I'm not sure if the benefit was not seen, there will be any attempt to do that.
You are being cautious.
And I believe, nobody has traveled that line before, so right. you have to be cautious. And for me, my model would be, yes, government should come in because you spread the risk too. You spread the risk. If government has let's say, because government want to be at the center of it, 51%, 50-something%.
Dr. Obin also urged that African countries must not be pressured into a complete dissociation from hydrocarbon fuels, arguing that the continent's energy transition must be managed carefully and reflect the realities of their development needs.
I don't think that we're going to move anytime soon from the use of fossil fuel, especially in Africa. People are still discovering new oils. And they are going to.
Is there investment appetite?
I think we should not be pushed into a complete, dissociation from hydrocarbon. It will take time. Eventually, we'll come there. I'm sure if you followed the electric vehicle consumption, you see that there is a slowing trend.
That was the Chief Executive Officer of the Petroleum Hub Corporation, Dr. Anthony Obin, speaking there. Now, President Mahama has appointed Matilda Santie-Siedu as the second Deputy Governor of the Bank of Ghana. The appointment, made in accordance with Section 17 of the Bank of Ghana Act 2002, Act 612 as amended, was announced by the Presidency on Monday. Matilda Santie-Siedu steps into the stead of former second Deputy Governor Elsie Adoawaji, who took an early retirement from the Central Bank in February 2025. Matilda Santie-Siedu is a chartered banker and an experienced corporate leader. She brings a wealth of expertise to her new role, underpinned by strong academic professional credentials and distinguished career spanning banking, journalism, and executive leadership. Until her appointment, she served as group head of retail banking at Access Bank Ghana PLC, where she was instrumental in driving the bank's retail strategy. Now let's have a quick market check on the currency board across some forex bureaus. The dollar is going for 15 cedis 70 pesos. The British pound is going for 20 cedis 40 pesos, while the euro is going for 17 cedis 40 pesos. Remember that these are the rates being offered by the forex bureaus to the public. And that's all for the breakfast edition of the Citi Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, Goil, and EcoBank. I'm Nashika Caesar. Many thanks for your company. Do have a great business day.
Charlie, where are you?
Boss man, I'm at the bank.
Really? But your car is in front of your house.
Bro, my bank on my phone, Charlie.
Oh, how?
EcoBank, bro. With EcoBank mobile app, I can do everything, anywhere, anytime. Listen, I just checked my account balance, paid Ahmed's school fees, and sent money to my grandma at Walwale.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Masa, just download the EcoBank mobile app from the Google Play Store or the App Store, or dial *770# and be your own bank manager.
Manager.
Whether to pay bills or fees, to check account statements, send money across Ghana, abroad, and more, EcoBank mobile app has got it covered. EcoBank Mobile, making everyday people live everyday lives the EcoBank way. EcoBank, the Pan-African bank.
It's your day off and you end up looking after the baby while your wife goes off to work. You realize you have no idea how to change a diaper, so you video call your wife.
Hello, darling.
Yeah, hello.
Kojo, is everything all right?
Everything is all right. I'm not seeing Topo. How do I change a baby's diaper, please?
Kojo. Okay, first, put the diaper.
The video call freezes. While you wait for the internet to catch up, the baby sprouts a fountain and wets the diaper. As you are getting a new one, your wife comes back online.
Kojo, no.
But I had to go and get a new diaper. What must I do next? I beg, quick.
Open the front of the diaper. It's the side that has...
Wow, look, the video freezes again. Abba.
By now, you know where the conversation is going. There's no buffering in real life, so why accept it from your internet connection? Get connected and experience ultra-fast internet to your home, powered by MTN Fiber Broadband from the Internet Masters.
MTN, everywhere you go. This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
12 minutes past 7 on the Citi Breakfast Show. Citi Business News brought to us by EcoBank. Now, please never forget your money emergency number. It's simple. *770# is the new EcoBank money emergency number. Gives you instant access to loans, funds transfers, utility payments, airtime, and data purchases, and so much more, even without data. Dial *770# now for solutions for your money emergencies. EcoBank is the Pan-African bank. Now, the business news was also brought to us by MTN. Now, MTN has created MTN Ejumapa for the boss lady, the go-getter, the planner, the do-it-all woman building a business one bold step at a time. It's more than a bundle. It's your business bestie. With special data and call bundles, you stay connected to your customers, suppliers, and everything that helps your hustle grow. And there's more. MTN Ejumapa also comes with insurance benefits to help protect businesses you've worked so hard to build. Because we know you're not just working for today, you're building a future. So dial 5060 hash now. So it's actually star 5060 hash. Yeah. So star 5060 hash. Grab your Ejumapa bundle and let's get to work. All right. So kickoff is our sports news segment brought to us by Polytank. Polytank with 3 decades of trusted service with the #1 water storage tank in Ghana, available at the same price across the country in Polytank partner shops. So we have the Rambo, the Hippo, the Sumo, and the Super Sumo. Durable, high quality. Polytank does not request for Momo payments online. Please beware. Sponsorship also comes through by Lesheho. The Don't Commit campaign has come to you because you deserve financial peace. From now to April 30, which is tomorrow, we've reduced our interest rate just for you. Whether it's education, rent, or unexpected expenses, we've got the right loan to meet your needs. Call 0270-040799 or 0270-040733. Terms and conditions apply. Lesheho, let's improve life. And Shell Pure Plus Technology has built the Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP, which is pure gold for your classy vehicle. Leaves your pistons clean, up to 50% more than industry standard. Long-lasting engine performance guaranteed. Insist on the Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP, made for premium. Still in a celebratory mood as Liverpool officially become the #1 football team in the whole of the United Kingdom.
Yes, they do. And it's Tuesday morning on the City Breakfast Show. Welcome to Kickoff. I am Edward Kwakofi. Kickoff is powered by Zonda GH, Polytank Ghana, Shell Go Well, and Lesheho, let's improve life. Let's start off the bulletin with the president of the Ghana Football Association, Ket Okreku, who has assured that the newly secured 20 million Ghana Citi sponsorship from KGL will be put to good use. The GFA announced a fresh 2-year agreement with KGL to support the Black Stars, marking a major financial boost for the national team. This latest deal built on an earlier partnership in 2021 when the KGL Foundation signed a 5-year agreement worth $1 million to invest in juvenile or cult football development. Here's GFA President Ket Okreku.
From this, for which we are very, very grateful. We will put the resource to its proper use. My sector minister obviously is somebody who wants to ensure that all the T's and all the T's are dotted. Is that how we say it? So we would ensure that the resources are put to its appropriate use. We are very grateful, and clearly Ghana football will take a different pathway from today. Thank you so much.
Ket Okreku is the president of the Ghana Football Association. Speaking of things that need sponsorship, let's head to the Ghana Premier League. And Accra Hearts of Oak legend Mohamed Polo has expressed concerns over the declining quality of the Ghanaian top flight. Polo said the league standards appear to have dropped significantly since his playing days, despite efforts by the football administration to improve coaching through training programs.
You see, the attractiveness of football is the quality of the game. We have played football here, and we have seen generation after generation, a lot of generations. But this generation, the football that they are playing, they should even, I think, we'll be expecting even better than what we did. Because a record is always created to be broken. We want to see them doing something better, but unfortunately, it's not happening. So it's not attractive. The management of the league, they are doing their best. It's only this is the only management I know in the history of Ghana football that they encourage even coaches.
The thoughts of Accra Hearts of Oak legend Mohamed Polo. Away from that, Team Ghana has departed for Cairo in Egypt ahead of the 16th Africa Junior Swimming Championships scheduled to take place from the 30th of April to the 3rd of May at the Cairo International Stadium. The team is led by Captain Oduma Eje, with swimmers like Michael Arthur Crabman, Johnson Jacko and others set to represent Ghana at the event. Here's team captain Oduma Eje on what to expect in Egypt.
Knowing that this is an African championship, the target that we set for ourselves is to just do our best, like set new records for ourselves. Even for Ghana itself, we try and set new records, and of course, we're always going to aim for the gold.
With what we saw here the last time you hosted, the rest came. Yes, you've got the appetite already, so what should I expect from you when you return?
Just expect awesomeness.
That was team captain of Ghana Swimming, Oduma Eje. Now let's hear from the president of the Ghana Swimming Association, Delphina Kwe.
We have to represent, like my SC said, we have to keep the kids on their feet. Our swimmers should be on their feet. They cannot just be swimming here in Ghana and not having the experience elsewhere. So for us, we make it a point that for every competition around the world, we send representatives from Ghana. They need to swim against their counterparts in the other continents, and that is what we are doing. Our aim is to develop swimming to the highest. So we won't leave it here only in Ghana.
So we are having a mixture of a team.
Yes.
Foreign base.
Yes. So we have 4 swimmers based here in Ghana. We have 1 from the US, 1 from Canada, and 2 from the UK. Those from US, Canada are already in Cairo. They arrived this morning, and we'll be meeting the others from UK. Also, when we arrive, they will be there, and then we'll have the whole team ready.
You heard from the president of the Ghana Swimming Association, Delphina Kwe. To the Premier League in England, and Liverpool defender Ibrahima Konate says winning trophies with the club is something he wants to be remembered for. He added that building a legacy through consistent success is a goal he hopes to achieve over a long period of time.
For a player, because when you retire, it's the only thing like you really remember, or you still have it between your hands, and especially to win the Premier League. What a trophy. What a trophy. For some people in England and in the world, I think Premier League is better than Champions League. Then to win it is just unbelievable, and yeah, we just have to be proud.
But the fact you won it, I'm saying you won it comfortably this season. It must give you confidence that you can regularly compete for this. Now that is the thing that you've got to do now is do what City do and win it multiple times.
Yeah, to do what we can do. That's it. We don't look as all the team. We just have to write our story, and that's it.
That was Liverpool defender Ibrahima Konate. Well, as Bernard said earlier, there's still a celebratory atmosphere at Liverpool, and head coach Arne Slot is getting a lot of praise. However, former Crystal Palace owner and businessman Simon Jordan believes the new Liverpool manager is receiving too much praise following the club's title win. He argues that Liverpool's success this season is largely the result of work done by former manager Jurgen Klopp, who left the club after nearly a decade of rebuilding and leading them to major trophies. He warned that while Slot may benefit from early success, maintaining Liverpool's high standards long term will be the real test of his credentials.
I think what I've said also in the written report, and I can say this one more time, that the moment it happened, I was quite emotional for everything what had happened in the last 7 or 8 minutes, and maybe during the whole game. And I chose to go on the pitch instead of staying calm, stay inside, and then talking to the referee, to Michael. Now I don't have these same emotions anymore, so I think I should now set a better example than I set back.
It's Klopp's team that he inherited.
I think we have to show that respect.
You can't have it both ways. You can't have it when a manager is unsuccessful saying, well, it ain't my team, and then when they are successful, say, well, that is my team, because it wasn't his team. He inherited a wonderful group of players that he was able to do what a good manager should be able to do. Third last season. The fact is that I don't want to get into territory of diminishing Liverpool's title. Arsenal can finish second by getting 79 points, which is 10 points less than any other season in the last couple of seasons that's required to get second place. And everyone gives Slot their praise, but what do you want to do? Diminish Klopp?
We eventually got to it, but that was former Crystal Palace owner and businessman Simon Jordan. Now let's head to the UEFA Champions League. Well, tonight we have the first semi-final of the UEFA Champions League season, and it sees Arsenal, who took out defending champions Real Madrid, take on PSG at the Emirates. Let's hear from Mikel Arteta, who was speaking before the game.
We saw how the team invested so much emotional energy, and the crowd as well, into that Real Madrid game and the atmosphere here. Is it a case of just doing that again? I mean, is it that simple?
Tomorrow more, I told them, and I'm not exaggerating when I said, guys, bring your boots, bring your shorts, bring your t-shirts, and let's play every ball together. You know, you want to do something special, that place has to be something special, something that we haven't seen, and I really hope that everybody that comes tomorrow to the Emirates and everybody's watching and following us, it brings that energy with them.
That was Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta. Before I go, some news from yesterday, and Carlo Ancelotti and Brazil have reached an agreement in principle for the Italian to become the Seleção's head coach for the World Cup in 2026. The deal is valid from June, which means Ancelotti will not take charge of Real Madrid for the Club World Cup, and Real Madrid and Ancelotti are working on the next steps to part ways respectively. Before I go, let's head to the NBA, where Jimmy Butler converted 3 free throws with 58 seconds left, grabbed the game-clinching rebound and 4 seconds to go, and then made 2 more free throws on the way to 27 points in his return from pelvic injury, sending the Golden State Warriors past the Houston Rockets by 109-106 on Monday night in a heated Game 4 to take a 3-1 lead in the first round playoff series. The teams return to Houston for Game 5 in the best-of-7 series on Wednesday night. And that's the latest in the world of sports. For more on all these stories, visit citysportsonline.com. Kickoff is powered by Shell. Shell Go Well, Politan Ghana, Zonda GH, and Lesheho. Let's improve life. I am Edwin Kwakofi. The City Breakfast Show with Bernard Avle continues.
Services, innovative financial solutions. We deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation. Let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, let's share go, let's share go, mama, mama. Let's share go, we improve your life.
There are some classy celebrations that calls for whipping out your favorite China sets. Same goes for your luxury vehicle. Just any engine oil won't do. Premium understands premium best. The new Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP is the one for your premium car. It's a fully synthetic motor oil designed using the Shell Pure Plus technology. Prevents dirt buildup with exceptional cleaning power, leaving your pistons cleaner than a whistle, up to 50% more than the industry standard, and gives you stronger, long-lasting engine performance. So, if you want your classic car to run smoothly like a Ferrari for years to come, use the Shell Helix Ultra SP 020, made for premium. Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP, designed for ultimate engine performance.
always the best.
At Phoenix Insurance, we make the unpredictable predictable and the uncertain certain with our range of products, including motor insurance, fire insurance, engineering insurance, marine insurance, accident insurances, and all types of bonds. We have you covered. We also support you with risk management advice to enable you stay focused on your business. Take a policy with Phoenix Insurance today. We help you rise from adversity stronger and more secure. Contact us on 0302-246319 or 0302-246644. Phoenix Insurance, a delightful service experience delivered with wisdom.
Hey, dear Niham sir. Yes, taste of concentrate fabric softener. I was such it move. Yes, send it this way. You have it now. New it's now. No, be a baby, some some demoni in us. Dear Niham say. For quiet, yes, in Beer Association Ontario. Uses Taste Soft and it's now. Nani boss to tap from cry. A fabric softener. A year near says, sir. Choose Taste Soft. No, so say, no. FDID a getting crack to yet.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
The Money Matter segment is brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Welcome to the Money Matter segment with Petra. Let me tell you a secret. The earlier you start investing, the richer compound interest makes you. If you start saving just 500 cedis a month from age 25, you'll grow way more than someone who starts at 35, even if you save double. Why? Because compound interest needs time. The longer your money stays invested, the more it multiplies. Petra is here to help you start early and grow big. Dial *447*70# to speak to a financial advisor today. Petra, achieve more.
The Money Matter segment was brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
This April, 97.3 Citi FM invites you to join us for a powerful journey of faith, reflection, and connection in our seasons of prayer. As we step into this season of renewal, we bring you a month-long special encounter that will uplift your spirit and strengthen your soul. Whether you're seeking peace, guidance, or simply a deeper connection in faith, this is the perfect opportunity to come together in prayer and find inspiration in the midst of daily life issues. It's time to reflect, refuel, and reconnect. So, mark your calendars, gather your loved ones, and be part of something truly reviving. Seasons of Prayer is on 97.3 Citi FM this April. Stay tuned and let's pray together for brighter days ahead. It's from the 1st to the 30th of April 2025. Tune in to Midnight Cry from 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. This is your day from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. and Prayer Encounter from 12 noon to 1 p.m. Call 0244-981112 for more information. Let the power of prayer guide you this season. Seasons of Prayer is powered by 97.3 Citi FM.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
No power. This year, take the first step towards a deeper connection with God and one another. Join us for the Family Consecration Service, a powerful journey of faith, love, and renewal. In 2025, we are called to consecrate our homes, our hearts, and our lives, to dedicate ourselves and our families to the path of faith, grace, and unity. Through prayer and reflection and a shared devotion, the Family Consecration Service 2025 brings families closer together, strengthens bonds, and invites God's presence into every corner of our homes. It's on Thursday, 1st of May 2025 2025 from 6 a.m. to 12 noon. The venue is the Oil Dome, Royal House Chapel International, Accra. There will be renewal of vows for married couples. Join countless families around the world as we come together to consecrate our lives in the spirit of love and faith. A consecration for today and for generations to come. Make this year a new beginning. Family Consecration Service 2025 for the love of God and the love of family. Join us this year. Together, let's consecrate our families and our hearts.
Football. This is the Citi Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Yeah. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Now the worship in you, wake up. Now the worship in you, wake up.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
This is my story. You are my song. All day, all night, I will sing of your faithfulness. This is my story. You are my song. All day, all night, I will sing of your faithfulness. From my spirit to my soul, until my voice re-echoes, you are worthy of my worship, worthy of my praise. My spirit to my soul, until my voice re-echoes, you are worthy of my worship, worthy of my praise. Somebody release your worship. Yeah, we worship. Ostemene kombarana natela. Hey! Lift it up, everybody. You are. Can you look at Jesus and tell him? This is my story. Oh, your
7:37 City Breakfast Show. And on the wings of this beautiful song, I want to wish happy birthday to a few people. Please, today is the birthday of my mom, Mrs. Christiana Na Lankai Ofosubaku, and my daughter, Rina Na Lankai Ofosubaku of Koans International School, Kuntunse. Jehovah God bless them both. Coming in from Derek Ofosubaku, to his mother, Christiana, and his daughter, Rina. Blessed birthday greetings to Priscilla Prebigate. Praying for God's blessings upon your life. Coming in from Sheba. To Reverend Isaac Tetejangma, Head of Membership Development and Pastoral Care, Heart Group. Great man. Wishing you steadfast strength and soaring success, spiritual sweetness as you serve with sincere stewardship. From all of us at the Heart Group. To you, Isaac Jangma, you work at UPSA. great friend of mine, Isaac Nate Jangma. A few more greetings coming through. Blessed birthday to Mrs. Ivana Mponsa, Business Development Executive at the Heart Group, Ghana. We pray for a year of fresh favor, fruitful, faithful friendship, and flourishing fruitfulness. Coming in from the Heart Group as well to Ivana Amponsa. And then please wish my daughter a free year Bimpoma Pumpuni Asante. A free year Bimpoma Pumpuni Asante. You're 9 years old today. Coming in from mom and dad, wishing you God's infinite blessings and the peace of the Lord. And a happy Diamond Jubilee to one of my favorite people, Randolph Ba Pebby, RB Pebby. What a great patriarch. 75 years old today, coming in from the Pebby clan. And some of your friends from Adisadel College, 1969, where you were the head prefect. And of course, you became deputy senior partner at KPMG Ghana, and you retired in 2015. Reigned of Ban Pebby, also known as RB Pebby, 75 years old. This is your story. From all your children, your grandchildren, and all the people you've influenced in this world, we are so grateful to God for your life. RB Pebby. Oh my God. And this is Dunsin Oyekan with Lawrence Oyo. Oh, I love this song. So those of you are looking for this song, it's a song sung by Dunsin Oyekan. What's the album? It's called The Great Commission. And then his very good friend Lawrence Oyo sang the song with him. It's called Worthy of My Praise. This album also has the Glory song, and then one of my other favorites, No Me Without You. No throne without the cross. There's no sacrifice without the blood. All these you did for me. No me without you. I mean, Dunsin Oyekan has been on a different level for the past 4 or 5 years. He's just Charlie. He's taking the things to a different level. You should bring him to your church, Pastor Wenger.
Oh, he's been there before.
He should come again.
Yeah, we've been working on that.
Charlie?
I mean, he's called. And he understands the ministry. He's doing music to honor God.
I tell you.
God bless you.
He's been faithful in that, and the lyrics are really great. You know, so this one is one of my favorites. Worthy of My Praise. Now, Pastor Wangam is here with Pastor Mauli Chikata because we have a big one coming up. It's called the Family Consecration Service. We will never get tired of talking about it. Pastor Wangam, when did we start Family Consecration Service?
Yeah, Ben, I remember 2007.
Wow.
The first was at Calvary Baptist Church Circle. Wow. And we filled the place and there was overflow. We were overly excited. Prior to that, we had done some all-night events at Exhibition Assemblies of God, Action Chapel. So 2007 till now, 18 years. It's getting bigger and better every year.
By the grace of God. When you talk of we, you're referring to the pastoral team at Citi. I think you need to explain to listeners what that means, because we have a team of pastors who help us do devotions. So talk a bit about that and how they've led these prayer programs over the past decade and a few years.
Right. Citi FM, we brand ourselves as a family radio station because we are committed to helping families build strong relationship with God and also, of course, build strong families. So the early days of Citi FM, we envisaged this. So family consecration idea was birthed. But then the Citi family pastors, yes, we come every morning to lead families to see God's face. And then when it's family consecration, we lead the congregation in their thousands to pray 6 hours non-stop. And then also we believe marriage, of course, is the bedrock of the family. So we lead couples to also renew their vows. So we work as a team, and it's been good. I mean, we've seen other places where the story is different, but the unity, the collaboration, our focus is Jesus and the family.
And you've been leading this team since inception. Despite your busy schedule,
I've been humbled to lead the team for the past 18 years. I thought you had retired me, but you have refused to.
So who else is? And some people ask, where's Pastor Wengam? We know since you became a general superintendent of the church, you become very, very busy. But you seem to still be actively involved. Talk to us a bit about the team that you work with.
Yeah, I think God has been good because we work as a team. I mean, they are up to the task. Reverend Mauli Chikata has been wonderful and phenomenal. Reverend Freddie McDavid, Reverend Andrews Nelson Awintia, Reverend Michael Nuagbawonu, Reverend Mauli Benson. We work as a team, work together, so my absence doesn't affect the work at all. We talk all the time. Actually, this week is a very busy week. I'm leaving for Kumasi today. We're having our national prayer conference, Assemblies of God, but because of family consecration, I'm coming back Wednesday with the last flight to attend family consecration and to fly back Thursday. So that should tell you my family traveled, but they are coming tomorrow because of family consecration. My wife and kids said they would not. They are paying a huge price. So that's why we really want to urge every family to be part of this event.
So we've seen how families have come from different parts of the country converging on one venue to pray. How important is that? What does it do for families? What does it do for the nation? And what are some of the prayers we pray on the 1st of May? We've been doing it for 17 years.
Yeah, Bernard, family consecration is anchored on Joel 2:15-17. Israel had gone through distress. They had deviated their sin against God. And Joel had declared God's judgment on them, but then provided the solution. It says, blow the trumpet in Zion, consecrate a fast, call a sacred assembly, gather the people, consecrate the congregation, assemble the elders, gather the children, even nursing infants. Let the bridegroom leave his room and the bride her chamber. Between the vestibule and the altar, let the priests, the ministers of the Lord, weep and say, spare your people, O Lord, and make not your heritage a reproach, a byword among the nations. Why should they say among the peoples, where is their God? Now, after this, see the response. Then the Lord becomes jealous. Then he talks about restoration. He talks about the outpour of God's Spirit. So, family consecration is to bring families together, to see God's face, to make amends with God, and also build bridges among family members, because during seasons of prayer we have been dealing with family issues, family strife, because the first family in the Bible, the family of Adam, there was a family strife, small problem that escalated.
I tell you.
And Abel, Cain murdered his own blood brother. So families, don't take anything for granted. Don't think these are all little family issues, we can get over it. You cannot tell where it will end. So when we come together, we emphasize forgiveness, we preach unity, we pray with families, and we've seen reconciliation. Bernard, I was in I've forgotten the past 2 months, either Canada or US or South Africa, one of them. I met two people after preaching at church service. They said, Citi FM family consecration. Yeah, one of them said, I just relocated to the US and family consecration has been a blessing to me. So that's how far family consecration has.
Wonderful. We are talking to Pastor Steve Wengam, and Pastor Mauli Shikata is also here, who have been anchoring our prayer programs. Pastor Mauli, this seasons of prayer that we started, when did we develop this build up? Because in the past it was just family consecration service, but I think for the past few years,
for the past 3 years.
Yeah. So what is seasons of prayer, and how does that connect to what Pastor Wengam was talking about?
So we noticed that for the family consecration service, even though we are praying for families and we are dealing with issues, there are other areas that because of the time we are not able to have the opportunity to pray about. So we decided that in the month of April we'll dedicate it for family prayer. So we have various areas that we focus on, and so throughout the month of April, as a build up for the family consecration service, we pray every weekday 3 times at midnight and on usual this is your day and at noon.
So midnight, 12 to 1?
12 to 1, and then we come at 4 to 6 a.m. Yes, and then 12 noon to 1 p.m.
Wow.
So it's prayer for the family.
And which platforms are these things
So
on?
in the month of April, we pray on radio. It's live on Citi FM. It's also on our Facebook page. And by the grace of God, management of Channel 1 TV this year were kind enough to allow us to broadcast it on Channel 1 TV.
Wow.
So Seasons of Prayer has been on radio, on Facebook, and also on TV, Channel 1 TV. Yeah.
Where have we seen people come from for the family consecration services?
Oh, we've seen people from across the 16 regions of Ghana and even from the diaspora. Because on This Is Your Day, because we stream online, we have people from all kinds of nations. I mean, sometimes I receive messages from Vietnam. There's someone in Qatar who is constantly sending messages, joining, praying. People in Nigeria, Botswana, not to talk about the Americas and the Europe. So there are families there that when it's time for family consecration, they know that every 1st May is family consecration and service.
So are you going to make it possible for people to join? I know people come down from different parts of the country physically, but would there be a possibility of people joining online for this one?
No.
Oh, please.
We
beg.
When it comes to family,
when it
comes to family consecration,
we think you must pay a price.
No, we beg. Those who are abroad, we beg. In the name of the Lord.
Well, that's why they are privileged to be part of seasons of prayer.
Yeah.
We feel that the in-person is critical. You see, worship, sacrifice is a very important component of worship. Leaving your home, paying, transportation fare, and coming is part of the sacrifice you are making. God looks at all that. And then he responds. People think it's only the offering, so I can stay at home and send. No, even over there, we don't even emphasize offering. So we want to encourage people that in person. The Old Testament, people traveled 3 days to go to Jerusalem to worship. And we think that nothing is more important than the family security. Coming to renew family bonds and to seek God's mercy.
Wow.
Hebrews 4:16 says, let's come boldly to the throne of grace to find 2 things: grace and mercy to help in time of need. If there was any time humanity or even our country needs help, it is now. So nobody should trivialize or maybe think that this event is just one of the normal events. Can you imagine a whole month build up of prayer, seasons of prayer?
Powerful.
How there's no way God will move. And we've seen one of the years, I remember, we're just praying and the woman in wheelchair just got up and started walking. We are not asked for people in wheelchair to come forward.
Wow.
So all kinds of testimonies.
In fact, yesterday during the midnight cry, it was during This Is Your Day when I opened the 4 a.m. I opened the phone lines, and one of our listeners called in from Osu. She said during the midnight, one of the days when we're leading the prayer, she has issues. She couldn't walk. She had issues with her legs, so she couldn't walk. And she could see her house burning.
Wow.
And it was during the seasons of prayer when she was praying that she saw it.
Wow.
So you could imagine if she was asleep. And the miracle was that the woman who could not walk
unaided,
and stood up, and she called in to give the testimony that this is what had happened to her.
She was able to deal with the situation.
We've had people who have called in, families that were not having peace at home, married couples. I mean, we've had messages during the seasons of prayer, people getting new jobs. I mean, the testimonies are just great and mind-blowing. Healings here and there. People in the hospitals who have joined in, who have received their healing. So we've seen the hand of God at work. And the reason we don't want to make it online, Bernard, is also something that is very personal and dear to us as pastors. I mean, we come to the studio every day. Sometimes you are here alone. Sometimes it's just two pastors. And we are praying, leading people to pray. The only time we have to see the people who send us messages who call
once in a year.
All right. So for us, we are looking forward.
We want to see the
we want to see them. We want to shake their hands. We want to say hello.
Where are
to
we
them.
having this program this year?
This year is at the Oil Dome of the Royal House Chapel, near Advertisements roundabout. Last year, the Apostle General was kind enough to us
to loan us the place,
to give us the place,
and we have taken over.
And we have taken over by the grace of God.
It's a massive facility.
Yes, very huge, very spacious,
with enough parking.
Yeah, enough parking. Security is guaranteed. You can pray during prayer time. You can walk around for free
on the car park.
Yes.
How do people get there, by the way?
So if you are coming from the circle side towards Kaneshi, when you get to right after the cemetery, Audome Cemetery, on your right you see a huge building.
So you can come from Kaneshi,
you can come from Kaneshi, you can come from Kaswa,
come from Kolebu,
can come from Kolebu. It's very central.
So once you get to the new Advertisements
roundabout,
you will see
on your
it's a new building.
It's a new building.
It's called
very
the Oil Dome.
Oil Dome.
Amazing.
Oil Dome.
I see.
Yes.
And Pastor Wengam, you will be there yourself.
Yeah, yes. I'll be there, God willing. I can't miss it for anything. 6 a.m. sharp.
Yeah.
And want to assure listeners and viewers is prayer, more prayer, and more prayer.
Wow.
No preaching.
No.
It's interspersed with worship.
Wonderful. Great music.
Yes. Great music. And then there'll be time to pray for people with issues. We cover the key areas, and there'll be a point where we'll allow you time alone with God.
Wonderful.
Pour your heart out. We deal with family strongholds, demonic patterns. You discover that in your family there's a pattern that runs through that is undesirable. We deal with them. Therefore, we want to encourage single parents, the grandparents, they come and intercede. At this point, with what can you do for your family than to intercede and pray for them? So it's Thursday, 1st of May, 6 a.m. and exactly 12 noon we close.
Wonderful.
I mean, we've been very consistent with that.
Every time. We start at 6, we close at 12. And it's a holiday, May Day. Caleb, read a few comments for me.
Right, so James Courage Ewua from Ewutu Bodriasi says, good morning.
Morning.
I have been attending the family consecration since its inception. I was at the Oil Dome last year. I have a big testimony to share on Thursday. God bless you and the Citi family.
Wonderful.
He said that through.
And this year, one of the people who will be leading us in worship is Pastor Edwin Datson
Wonderful.
of ICGC.
Oh my God.
So he'll be around to lead us.
Great guy.
And then we'll have the Cedar Mountain choir also leading us in worship. So it's going to be a great time in God's presence as we seek God's face.
I want to thank you
and
for...
Bernard will be there, but Minister Bernard himself will be there.
And Elder Caleb Kuda. Elder Caleb.
As participants.
gathered, Lord, you said you'll be there. So Lord, we are here. We honor your presence. Yes, where two are gathered, Lord, you said you'll be there. So Lord, we are here. We honor your praise. Kashina, Kamuna, Sakina, Jana. Kashina, Kamuna, Yana. Never really. Kashina, Kamuna.
It's a minute to 8 o'clock. Still in the gospel mood. Happy birthday to Dr. Lily Gloria Tego, a pediatric oncologist with the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Birthday wishes to Mr. Charles Ajay, head of British Airways Cargo West Africa, Lawrence Kuchiano of Bank of Ghana, and my own brother Abed Osei of the Ghana Police Service. God bless your new age and bless you more in your years ahead. From Jerry and Dorothy Boachi Dankwa. Happy birthday to Alberta Ajay Mensa of Mantrak Albi, aka Adventurous Albi. Have an awesome day, and may God perfect all that concerns you. From Majori Kwansa. And the Reverend Dr. Patrick Lebene Adonu, the chaplain of Pentecost University. Happy birthday to you. You know him?
Yeah, I do. Fantastic man.
Wishing him a happy birthday in good health, strength, and prosperity from Clement and the rest of the young and ready team.
Nice.
A few more coming through to Mr. Franklin Elleblue of LIC, a founding and board member of the Heart Group. We celebrate your steadfast spirit, shining service, spectacular stewardship, and sustaining support. May your new year sparkle with success. So many requests coming through to Mrs. Dora Wusu. You are phenomenal. We thank God for your life. From Imos, David, and Daddy Alex. To Nana Kwame Amanfo Ofori. May God bless you abundantly. From your parents, Dr. and Mrs. Amanfo Ofori and Sister Nanama. President-elect Kofi Befi of Rotary Club Accra Airport East. Wishing you a year filled with impactful service, great accomplishments, and personal joy. Warm regards, Rotarians Anita and Adobe of Rotary Club of Accra Airport City. And today is the birthday of my daughter Elikem Zarina Akote. May God bless her. May she grow to fulfill her purpose on earth. From Evelyn Vuvon. Vuvon. And this is Key Strings with a song He Is Here. We have a very important announcement to make. Caleb, if you can run through this for me.
Yes, Bernard, someone has gone missing, a very dear one, Mauto Dede. He's 19 years old. He's 5.7 feet. He was last seen on the 28th of April 2025 around 3 p.m. Yes, at Kolebu. He was in a khaki trousers and a grayish or blackish shirt. There's a message that came with it. It says, tough one for me and the family. I've been roaming the streets of Accra since 3 p.m. yesterday looking for my son. He's a second year in medical school. He's in second year medical school. He's been depressed since last quarter and has been on treatment. He left the lecture room today, that's yesterday, and has still not returned. If anyone finds him, please call. He's wearing a dark tank top, dark trousers, and has a black backpack. The numbers are 0244 258 603 or 0244 230 549. Let me just take the numbers again. 0244 258 603 or 0244 230 549. His name is Mauto Dede. D-E-D-E-Y.
So if you can give the description again. He was last seen around 3 p.m. yesterday, 28th April.
Yes.
And he went for lectures. This is Kolebu.
Yes, please.
He's a second year medical student.
That's right.
And he's been battling depression
since last
What was he wearing when he was last seen?
So he was in dark trousers and dark tank top. tank top and dark trousers.
What is a tank top?
And a black backpack.
Tank top is usually like a sleeveless top, like we'll call it a singlet, but I think that's a tank top.
A tank top. So dark trousers and dark tank top, and he has a black backpack. Does he have bushy hair? What kind of hair does he have?
Yes, he's wearing an afro.
He's wearing an afro.
Yes, please.
And how tall is he?
He's 5.7.
5'7". So that's like maybe shorter than Susu. What's your height?
I'm like 5'11".
So he's quite short. Yeah. Okay, so he's not that tall. What's his complexion?
He's not too fair.
No, they should give us more particulars.
Yeah, the complexion is not.
And what name does he answer?
Mauto. Dedey.
Mauto. So yes. Mauto, if you are listening to this show, your mother is looking for you, your parents are looking for you. What's the phone number again?
So the phone number we have here is 0244 258 603 or 0244 230 549.
Or you can just call Citi FM if you see a person of that description, or if you are listening as the person we are talking to, please come over here because your parents really want to see you, to talk to you.
And then also we do have extensive network of CCTV cameras around the city. I don't know about the situation at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Perhaps we can lean on some of these to see if we can ID the person.
So let me just add a couple more. So many requests coming through. Today is Samukran's birthday. Samukran is a fantastic guy. I think now he's the CEO of Star Assurance. If I'm mistaken, I should be corrected. And he's been a faithful patron of the Heritage Caravan since its inception. And all the team members of Bus 3 are wishing him long life and good health. Happy birthday to my very good friend Odadie Shali Otukati. And quite interesting, this is coming in from his wife. Every day with you is like a celebration, but today is extra special because it's all about you. I'm so grateful for your love and your kindness and the joy you bring into my life. I wish you a fulfilling year ahead from your beloved wife and lovely daughters too. We're in the same class actually. Shali Otukati. Yeah, he was in house 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so happy birthday to you, Shali.
Happy birthday, Shali.
Who incidentally works in the same place as Lawrence Kuchieno, who was also my mate at the university.
Oh,
he was one of our very solid math students. No wonder he's working where he's working now. So Lorenzo, happy birthday to you. Time for tech and social media trends, and it's probably brought to us by Telecel
and First Bank.
All right, so let's get into it quickly.
So the all-new First mobile app from First Bank Ghana is here. Experience the convenience of banking from your palm anywhere in the world at any time. With the new First mobile app, we have designed some exciting features available just for you: airtime and data purchase, account to Momo transfer, interbank and interbank transfer, account opening, bill payment to Netflix, iTunes, fingerprint and Face ID authentication for logging into the app, statement downloads in PDF, scheduled payment, biometric authentication for transactions, auto receipt generation, and so much more. Just visit the Apple Store or Google Play Store, download the First mobile app and bank with ease like never before. Please call these numbers: 0596 921 921, email firstsolutions@firstbankgroup.com. You can also visit any of our branches nationwide. First Bank, you first.
So tell us what's trending this morning on the segment.
Of course, some very interesting trends as usual.
Yeah.
So I'll start with Mr. Richard Niamakwe. So after his big 40th birthday celebration bash, he has informed us that he is retiring from business. He feels like he's done enough and he can go to more,
So now just chilling.
Yeah, I think also enjoy a bit of charity and that kind of stuff. But it feels like he's made a big impact.
Retiring at 40.
He's retiring at 40.
Amazing.
Yeah, right now he's my role model. Right now, so I have 12 years to retire. So I have 12 years to retire. So
I have to work hard.
I have to work hard so I can retire in 12 years.
You announce your retirement.
Yeah, 12 years I can retire. So Okatiche is also trending.
Yeah.
He did his Galamsey protest.
Correct.
Yes, so he did an evening protest rather than a daytime protest.
Solid.
I think he wanted people to make sure they could come from work and join in the protest. So they did theirs at the Jubilee House.
Yeah.
And it raised some questions about what protest and that kind of stuff. Because I think if you remember, the last time people tried to protest around the Jubilee House, there were some security issues.
Yeah.
People are arrested and that kind of stuff.
This one, there was nothing like that.
Yeah, there was nothing like that. So people are talking about the difference in things are changing. You
Do
know
your
how
protest,
exactly,
make your statement.
exactly. So they did their Galamsey must fall. So it was a nice protest, and like we always say, we are very interested in the topic of Galamsey. We want it to stop. So it's very important that they did this protest, and we support them wholeheartedly.
Wonderful.
So there were some trends from the MPP thank you tour. So of course, the MPP thank you tour is turning. It seems to be turning to a blame game. He said, she said, you are lying, you are not correct. But all sorts of insults and things being thrown around. I would say.
Are they quoting people from the tour, or they are quoting interviews done about the tour?
Well, it's all part of the general, let me say the tour and the associated stories.
Issues.
Let me put it that way, because I guess after an election defeat such as the one the MPP suffered, there has to be some
There's
reflection.
a video trending of the one I spoke about, Kennedy Japan and Abronya.
Yes, that's definitely in their trends. Some lights back.
It was
and
quite
forth.
uncomfortable to see Dr. Bawumia sat there with the way it was going. It was very uncomfortable.
It's all part of the healing process.
I guess so. Sky doesn't agree. But I agree with you. I think people should talk. Sky, when people are not happy and they keep quiet, one day they will do something bad. So let them free their
to be fair,
let them talk.
To be fair,
defeats in the past. This is not how it's done.
But this is a serious defeat.
No, but we are being.
But there's no formula.
Before this defeat, there was a defeat.
Yeah, but it's a different
before this one, there was a big defeat, a historic defeat.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
But we didn't see this.
Because every party is different.
No. There's lack of leadership.
You think so?
Yes. I mean, who after 3 months out of office,
the thing has even cool,
and then you are all over the place. Who are you thanking for what?
But what is the appropriate time?
They're thinking they prove
what is the appropriate time? Is it 6 months? Is it 1 year? Is it 2 years?
It could be up till September.
You yourself have to give me proverbs.
Do things behind.
Give
the
me
scenes.
a proverb to counter what you are saying.
do things behind the scenes. Yeah. And hear properly.
The MPP, by its nature, is a party that allows people to speak their mind. So they should free their mind.
Not in this way.
You think so?
No, not in this way.
So are the trends positive or negative?
Well, I think people are just discussing what's going on, and the things people are saying. Everyone is giving their opinion.
So it's just fodder for people to. It's like normal Ghanaian talk.
Yeah, because I have to say because there's back and forth. It's very difficult to say whether they are supporting each other, especially in the Kennedy Japan and Brunei kind of issue, because it's a back and forth. Yeah. It's difficult to see whether it's positive or negative, because people are assessing the back and forth, and kind of some people are laughing that, how can you talk to someone like this? Yeah. Some people are saying, it's not nice like Sky. So it's very difficult because people also like drama.
Too much.
So yeah,
and it gives good content for people.
Exactly. So
we are concerned, our mind should be on what's happening to the judiciary. That's what our attention should be on.
Which people?
The people of Ghana who care about the rule of law. No, that's what should be our attention.
Sky,
a responsible political party should make an issue out of that. Yet they are busy fighting each other. When you were there, you were not there.
The poor of Ghana are not interested. The poor of Ghana are not interested.
What do you call it? The party must take itself seriously.
It's okay.
Sky, the poor of Ghana are not interested in the judiciary. They've had this time in their trends. Now we are talking about thank you talk.
Thank you.
So Spain and Portugal had some very serious blackouts over the last So it brought
the whole country.
Because it brought up questions about how much should be digital. Whether because their payment systems went down, and if you are someone who doesn't like to carry cash.
So everything went off.
Everything went off. Transport, everything. But I guess from what I've seen this morning, the power is starting to come back.
What happened?
I'm not sure. I think there's a lot going on. They are also trying an experiment to do mostly renewable energy. And if you're relying on wind power, for example, or solar, and it's a yeah, relying on wind power.
Sorry, that was a mic failure.
If you're relying on wind power and solar, and the weather is a bit strange, you can be in trouble. So these are some of
the whole of Spain and Portugal.
Not the whole, but a lot of the country. But things seem to be coming back. But it just shows, maybe we should be a bit more. We shouldn't rely as much on the digital as we would like.
I'm surprised at you that Liverpool is not trending. They've been trending since Sunday.
Yeah, but you see,
why are you
are still trending? But we talked about them yesterday.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You have to talk about it every day. It's the trend. Your job is to announce the trend.
Yeah, but I also have to give people new trends.
No, it's a new trend.
Because Gorilla 2 is still trend. If I say we discuss Gorilla right now, Sky will tell me that there are serious things to discuss. So
the Gorilla trend, where it has
So I have to try and move things around to kind of give the newer trend.
But Liverpool is still trending.
Oh, it's still trending. That one you're not wrong.
Because now we are told that an Slot will be given a record-breaking budget to buy proper players to defend the title, so that 21st is on course.
Oh really?
Oh, brutally.
Oh really? That's what I like to hear. That's what I like.
So
but no, it's not that Liverpool is not trending, but we have to move the trends forward.
Guy has all of a sudden lost interest in football. Now he's thinking about judiciary, he's thinking about Accra cleanliness, all kinds of topics. First, quickly, football is not an issue again. For now, football is not an issue. Now he said he doesn't even watch football. He's going to golf.
Don't worry, Chelsea will rise again. Chelsea will rise again.
Now that you play golf. Continue.
So in the sports trends, it's actually a bit of basketball. The NBA playoffs are going on. Very heated match between the Rockets and the Golden State Warriors last night. And the Golden State Warriors pulled off a close victory to take a 3-1 lead in the series. So Draymond Green had a great last possession. Alpen Şengün, the center of the Rockets, tried to isolate him and get the game-winning shot, but it wasn't to be. And the Golden State Warriors and their veteran team,
initial stage of the playoffs.
first round of the playoffs, but the Golden State Warriors are looking very good, considering that they were not one of the top seeds. They were, I believe, a 7th seed. They had to come into the play-in again. It's very unfortunate for the Rockets because they are the 2nd seed, but they look on course to be going home. So in tech news, Amazon has launched its Kuiper satellites. Kuiper. I'm not sure about
Amazon now has satellites.
Yes, because they are trying to challenge Starlink. So they are launching their Starlink kind of competitor. I can't remember the name quite right now, but they've launched their satellites to kind of start doing their internet and that kind of stuff. So it's a very interesting process to see how this kind of satellite internet race goes. And so so if you like Starlink, but you're not sure about Elon Musk, maybe you have issues with Elon Musk,
but
people are not buying Teslas.
Indication that they would roll it out in Africa.
I'm sure eventually, but I know that they'll start rolling it out late this year. That's what the news is. So for sure, by this year, they'll start providing internet to people. I'm not sure about when it's come to Africa. That's another question, but they are rolling out their internet for sure.
Thank you, as ever, Sue Graham, with this.
Since 1894, we've witnessed the evolution of a brand and proudly partnered with its people on the path to prosperity. From the ink-stained ledgers of the past to the lightning-fast transactions of today, First Bank has consistently adopted, embracing innovation while cherishing the legacy of our heritage and making giant strides across the globe. It's not just about banking, it's about enabling your success generation after generation. Our legacy defined the past, shaped the present, and in 2094, we will still be fostering financial security and stability for future generations. We are helping to create a future where the possibilities are infinite, the opportunities borderless, and where the world looks up to Africa. Let's awaken the giant in you. You first. First Bank.
Auntie, abeg, fix me gobetete Ghana. No garri, no oil, no plantain, just beans then eggs.
Hey, brah, that be dangerous combination, no?
Problem no day. I fit handle am.
For Telecel, we the Bob say everybody gets what they like. That be why Made For Me bundles day. Based on your usage, you fit get your own data and call packages. Fala! Made For Me bundles like the way you the want them. That *530# then buy Made For Me bundles today.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
When the pain is too much, don't know what else to do. So hunam ya wuya, no wunya wunya. Rapping all, we'll take the pain away. Rapping all, Vema wuya unajai.
Rapinol is what you need. Rapinol will relieve you of all aches and pain in your body. Rheumatic pain, menstrual pain, body pain, toothaches, and other feverish conditions. Rapinol is a quality product from Danex Itin Starwin PLC.
Vema wuya unajai.
If symptoms persist after 48 hours, consult a physician. Not suitable for children below 16 years old, asthmatic, and ulcer patients. This advert is FDA approved.
Ago. Amen. We are gathered here to discuss the funeral plans of Fifi. As we have always done, the children will take the caskets, siblings take the catering, while nieces and nephews will take the...
Wafa, may I please speak?
Go ahead, Aaron.
I signed Daddy up on a family care funeral trust prepaid plan. They will be providing us with everything we need, from caskets, hearse, canopies and decorations, among many others. Yes, they will provide food and drinks as well.
That's such a relief.
Don't let you or your loved one's funeral become another emergency family meeting. Plan ahead. Call or WhatsApp us on 026 26 26 181 or visit our website at familycaretrust.com. Family Care, today's wisdom, tomorrow's peace of mind. Underwritten by Metropolitan Life Insurance Ghana Limited. TNC supply.
Brush your teeth every day and night. Up and down and all around. Brush the clean and bright. Brush your teeth. Brush with mom and dad. Underneath and in between. Brush the germs away.
Pepsodent cavity protection.
This advert is FDA approved. Level up your game with Samsung this Easter.
Call me the gadget master. Yes, this Easter is the Samsung excellent deals. Charlie, what are you waiting for? Up to 30% off. A06 starting at 1,499. Grab your Galaxy A26 for 4,199 Ghana cedis. A56 6,599. And your Galaxy Tab A9 is starting at 2,599 Ghana cedis. What more can you ask for? Okay, this is bonus. Grab your Galaxy Watch 7 and thank me later. Price has drastically dropped from 5,099 to 3,569 Ghana cedis. Don't forget, promo valid from 11th April to 4th May.
Terms and conditions apply.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
I'm just sitting here playing the guitar.
City high. That clef.
Hey, excuse me if you see me screaming, but deep in my mind, I'm only dreaming. 'Cause if I wake, girl, then you're not by my side. I feel like half of me is no longer alive. So please, shorty, before you walk out that door, booby, would you listen to my song?
If only I give you one last chance with the devil, you can no longer tell. You got to be faithful so we could be fruitful. To the block, I might listen to your song.
Before you walk out that door, listen. They said two wrongs don't make it right. So if I'm wrong, I ain't trying to fight. I'm trying to have some dinner with some candlelight. Lay up in the bed and make love all night.
So baby, I won't leave, maybe I'll just stay. Promise me that you'll do the same.
Girl, I'ma love you like I never loved you.
Touch me like you never touched
me. Yo, if you give me the chance,
now,
girl,
baby,
I'm gonna show you.
That I forgive you. I ain't gonna forget.
22 minutes past 8. We understand the unique journey of women in business, from juggling multiple responsibilities to navigating financial complexities and societal expectations. Your resilience and vision inspires. That's why we've created the She Business account tailored to empower visionary women leaders like you. With collateral-free loans of up to 2 million cedis, insurance coverage, discounted loan interest rates, and capacity building programs, the She Business account is the banking solution for you. Visit the nearest ABSA branch or call 0302 429 150 for more information. Transform your living room and bedroom into sanctuary with our stunning selection of sofas, couches, dressers, dining sets, center tables, and a wide range of beds and mattresses and other home soft furnishings. This season, shop and save up to 30% discount and discover the perfect blend of style, comfort, and affordability at Ashfoam's exclusive furniture promotion. Reach us on 0243 200 729 or visit any of our showrooms in all the big malls and depots, Medina, Taxi Rank, Agboba, Vineyard, Tema, Casino, and all Ashfoam shops across the country. Terms and conditions apply. Be an Ashfoamer now.
And if you've heard the good news, SG is giving away lots of amazing prizes, including a brand new luxurious Toyota RAV4 Adventure in the SG Ghana Deposit and Drive promo. Simply deposit 500 Ghana cedis or multiples of it into your SG Ghana account and stand a chance of winning big. Non-customers can open an account to participate from now until 30th May 2025. You can win amazing prizes, including trips to Singapore or Dubai, home appliances, or the ultimate prize, a brand new Toyota RAV4 from Toyota Ghana Company Limited. Minia Ubetra 7 Wate. The more you deposit, the better your chances of winning. So join the SG Ghana Deposit and Drive promo today. Visit your nearest branch or call 0302 214 314 for more enquiries. It's a promo that's regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale, the future is you.
And we have some great news from the University of Ghana. We are thrilled to announce that admissions are now open for our master's degree program designed for individuals with a first degree from any discipline. You don't need a law background to apply. This application is until 31st May. Classes will be held between 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Mondays through Fridays. For more information, call Vero on 0531282413 or Naomi on 0531330203. You can also visit our website, that's law.ug.edu.gh, for more information.
I'm trying to have some dinner with some candlelight. Lay up in the bed and make love all night.
So baby, I won't leave, maybe I'll just stay. Promise me that you'll do the same.
Girl, I'ma love you like I never loved.
Touch me like you never touched
Yo, if you give me the chance,
now,
girl, I'm
baby,
gonna show you.
That I forgive you. But I ain't gonna forget that you brought me.
Baby.
I'm just going to read a few follow-up messages I've received this morning on matters that concern listeners. So, good morning, Bernard. I hope you are fine. Please, do you guys have any idea as to what is causing the serious traffic on the Legon through 37 to Accra stretch? And what has been causing traffic on the Legon through 37 stretch since yesterday? Charlie, it's not moving. Crowd. This message came in a bit earlier, around 7:36.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's moving yet. I got it around 7:36.
Hopefully it's better. There are a few more messages as well along those lines. Good morning, Bernard and team. The dust indeed is quite unpleasant. I'm talking about the Ofanko and Saom stretch, Adenta, Dodowa, Tema, Aplao, and Afienya roads. Measures should be taken to make these roads more trouble and damping them to reduce the dust. Additionally, the road from Media to Papase, passing through Ajen Kotoku, is in horrible condition. This area is home to several important facilities, including the Onion Market, Accra Composite, the Vaccine Manufacturing Plant, Trillium Industry, Voltic Bottling Company, and 2 tomato processing companies, among others. The Media Papasi Road is almost impassable now. David from Adenta sent us through, and Kofi from Kasua sent a message updating us on what we talked about yesterday. Radio indeed gets results after reading my comments about the deteriorating Malam interchange and the expansion joints issue, which was recalled by Caleb. There is some work ongoing on that stretch from last night. It is my hope that the bad road from the McCarthy traffic light towards Malam Junction and the opposite direction is fixed soon. This is Kofi from Kasua.
Gentlemen, I seem to be getting a lot of calls about traffic this morning. Here's another one. It says, hello, Sir Bernard. Good morning and trust you're well.
Morning.
The traffic at Tetekwashi is terrible and the traffic lights at the Standards Authority are not functional. So the MTTU assisting So the MT2 is assisting and it's bad. Please write a text in the way you want me to read it. So I think the MT2 is supposed to be assisting. It's really bad. There's another one on that.
And the message you just read, apparently the situation has not changed. The traffic is still there.
And another one said, Ben, the traffic is still very bad. I have moved less than a kilometer in 40 minutes. This is at Legon.
Yeah, my mate says that she says it's true. There's too much traffic. I am still on my way to work. I had to use the airport bypass.
You know, my disappointment is that we've discussed various things about how to ease traffic in Accra, from having a contra flow, which means having buses that can drive against traffic to ease traffic for those who want to go in bulk movement, to even doing park and ride, to having like carpooling. None seems to work, and every time the situation just re-emerges. It's really, really sad.
I have a question for you, and maybe you might want to put the police back.
Police.
You took the tour of the traffic control room.
Yeah.
You did that tour.
Yes.
What did they tell you it does, that room?
So when I went to that room, they had fixed cameras on all the major traffic intersections, a lot of it. So they have a big room with lots of TV sets, and they divide the people into groups.
Okay.
But they were looking out for a number of things. They're looking out for crime, and they're looking out for bottlenecks. So the gentleman said to me, so he showed me like Kumasi. There was a particular traffic. I said, you see this traffic light now? You see this car parked there? It's causing traffic. Now, ideally, that means that they should make a call to somebody to say, hey, check this.
Yes.
But the impression I got was that they were more interested in crime and things like that. Maybe a car has crashed, or somebody has stolen something with a motorbike. Then they will take note of it. I did not see a direct link with MTTD. It was more, let's be sure
crime watch
that's
than
the
a traffic watch.
Because when he took me through the thing, it was day and night, 24 hours a day. And you will see places where maybe there's like some broken down vehicle blocking a traffic intersection. Then they'll call somebody, or maybe some cars crash into some people. Then they'll see what caused it, that type of thing. So I think it's more for recourse, for resolving things after the fact. I did not think it was. By the way, that's different from the one they said they had done, which is the Accra Traffic Management System, which is a different project, which I do not know where it is. I remember we've had some arguments about that. Yeah. The Accra Traffic Management process is more like a coordinated system that regulates the flow of traffic. Yeah. That's very different. Yeah, that's different.
Well, there is more on the scale of the traffic situation is not the best. I'm still in it. I mean, from Medina to
so those in the traffic, in the traffic. If you get to Shiashi and you pass Ghana Home Loans, get into airport.
Yeah.
Tell us what if you've been able to move out of the traffic. Tell us what caused it. You know, it could be a truck that's broken down. I think that yesterday on my way on the Fiesta Royale towards Shiashi.
Okay, then we found a problem. Okay. Prince from Airport says, I passed through the Tetequashi traffic this morning. The problem is a broken down big vehicle at Airport First. It's taking 2 of the lanes. Oh, wow. Wow.
Charlie, but guys, so let me be controversial. So because a company tried to do a towing service and it did not go down well, that's almost 10 years old.
Yeah.
We don't have a functional towing system, so that when one truck breaks down, the whole city comes to a standstill.
But the police, the police was doing very well responding to such situations with their heavy tow trucks. I don't know, perhaps this hasn't come to their attention yet. In the past,
in front of Airport First, Airport Police Station.
That's what I'm saying. So in the past, especially under the Dampere administration, you saw prompt police responses to such crashes or incidents, breakdowns on the street. So we need a more responsive MTTD team to address some of these issues. Let me check
the response Bernard gave to my question.
Therein lies the problem.
Therein lies the problem. And then you connect it to the traffic management center at the ministry that was also commissioned. That was done in 2019.
It exists on paper.
No. It works. It was commissioned.
It doesn't work.
So how does it not work?
But if it's working, will you be having this?
Yeah, so that is the what we are all pondering. That if
there's no traffic management system, it only exists on paper.
If you are sitting in front of screens looking at an entire city, looking at key intersections, and this is a very key stretch of road,
absolutely,
you realize that for 3 hours people have been stuck on a key stretch of road for 3 hours, and you are sitting in front of your screens.
Even
and nothing tells you.
Google tells me there's traffic.
Yeah, and nothing tells you that I have to send people to figure out what is happening there immediately, urgently, to ease movement there.
It's not his KPI. You see, this is
no.
Let me tell you.
I disagree. Hold on. Listen to me.
The police think they are dealing with crime. They don't know that ease of movement is part of their duties.
Oh, but this is not even just.
MTD, they are looking for a driver's license to catch
I don't know police.
They are there. You don't get me. The police is not interested in free flow of traffic.
Bernard,
he is looking to catch you.
Motor traffic and
he will stand under a mango tree when you cross the Machu. That's his work. He's
but even with that one, Bernard, I refuse to buy it because here's the thing: we cannot do these things. And Fred should call the road ministry for me this morning. I need to ask questions.
Road or transport?
Transport, whichever one. Because the president in 2019, that was President Kufuor, commissioned Accra Traffic Management Center under the Urban Transport Project to ensure efficient vehicular traffic flow, mitigate road congestion, and improve socio-economic productivity of the capital. He didn't commission a room, he watched it on television. It's a fully functional operational center. The center, known as the Area-Wide Traffic Signal Control System, AWTSCS, I repeat, Area-Wide Traffic Signal Control System, is implemented by the Ministry of Roads and Highways through the Department of Urban Roads.
We've been on this junction before.
This thing cost $3.4 million.
We've been on this road before.
The project, I'm giving you details, Bernard.
I'm listening.
The project is the first in Ghana and West Africa.
On paper.
No, the thing has been executed.
I said we've been on this road before.
And it was supposed to improve traffic flow on urban road networks and ensure efficiency at the various road intersections. Now, the first phase of the project is targeted at the coordination of traffic signals, and 41 traffic lights were upgraded at intersections between Neoplan Assembly Plant at Achimota, Kwame Nkrumah Avenue, and the Kojo Thompson Road to the Central Business District of Accra. The President urged the Ministry of Roads and Highways and its implementing agencies to ensure proper maintenance of the facility. This is 2019 or 2025, 6 years ago.
Look.
In order to let me finish.
No,
in order to serve as a model center of excellence. Now, the second phase of the project.
There are phases too.
Yes. was supposed to start August 15th of 2019 and be completed in September 2020 with funding from CDB, our good friends, China Development, and involves 207 signalized intersections in the Greater Accra region.
From where to where?
This includes installation of new traffic controllers and installation of detectors to collect vital traffic data needed for efficient flow of traffic in the national capital.
So this is the second phase, which was to have been launched from 2020.
Yes.
You know, I'm tired because this particular topic, I've done this topic like 3 times. Anytime we raise this topic, somebody from the office will say, "Oh, it's working. Neoplan traffic lights, CMB is working." It's not working. I always ask myself, does Accra look like a place with an intelligent traffic management system? It's not working. It was probably launched and they gather data for their own personal use. I don't think there's any evidence that thing works.
Yes, there is no evidence, but I'm saying that we've spent almost $4 million on a project that is supposed to ease congestion. So if something like to make sure that what people are going through this morning does not happen,
they detect it early,
and then solve it.
Usually when I raise this topic, they'll say, "Oh, it's done from Neoplan to CMB. It's not on that stretch, so it's on the Neoplan to CMB corridor." That's what they say. But even there, the traffic is terrible. So for me, I don't think the project works. It behoves on those who manage the project to educate the public on what they are doing. They haven't done this. If you spend $3.5 million on a project in a city like Accra, such a small city, are you telling me that you know that there's a project like that? Is there something they launched, probably ran it for a few months? Maybe they ran it for their own personal research, but it's not benefiting anybody. As for the Shiashi issue, I think it's a question of towing, because most of the time in the Shiashi enclave, when there's a truck that breaks down, traffic is occasioned, and sometimes it lasts for hours. As I'm talking to you, somebody said he has moved a 3-minute distance is taking 1 hour 11 minutes.
Yeah.
From Atomic Junction all through to Accra Mall.
Atomic Junction.
You know, it's...
No, but Bernard, I think it's fair that we call the Transport Ministry on this matter. And the
but I thought you said that project is under the Ministry of Roads.
Yes, the story I just read to you.
So it's a road ministry?
Yes.
Not the Transport Ministry?
Yes, under urban roads. They need to, what's our friend's name? The one at that ministry.
Which one?
The road
Nasir.
Nasir, you are very open on the line. Let's talk.
The project is not working.
Bernard, you see, if it's not working, we need to understand how in 5 years or more, a near $4 million project that was commissioned and was functional at commissioning is not contributing to traffic flow in the city.
If it would be good to get the scope of the project and what it was supposed to do.
I just told you.
No, that you read what was launched. I'm talking of the overall project design, what they wanted to implement.
Yes. So in terms of the other aspects of it, you mean that's what I'm saying. It didn't, the what I have didn't outline where the 201 other traffic signals and detectors were going to be placed. But at least let us know whether it works and how it has improved, if it has improved traffic flow in the city, if it indeed works.
The answer is no, it has not.
Because if we combine that project, and then we combine that project and the one that you visited,
that one is a police one.
Yes, no, I'm saying, but if we put the two together, you have a
proper
clear system of where traffic bottlenecks are in the city at every minute in this town.
And you are monitoring.
So
that by
there are
this
people
time
sitting
you
there.
would have dispatched a tow truck to go, clear the mess.
But don't forget that there's lack of interagency collaboration.
Oh.
And there's also procurement. So what tends to happen is that the police people will go and procure their cameras under a certain project called something to do something. The Minister of Roads will go and procure their intelligence system under a project called something.
Local government.
And then because they report to different ministries, unless somebody comes to say, let's integrate it, it's going to lead to a whole lot of fight. The truth is that we don't have proper leadership in the space. Okay, and that I was going somewhere before you even brought this. I was going to say to you that the reason the MTTD is not interested in traffic, every morning I drive through Tiptoe Lane. Tiptoe Lane is when you descend from Nkrumah Circle going towards Achimota, opposite Ghana Telecom.
Yeah.
You will see 3 lanes of trotros taking over the road with just 1 lane for those of us who are driving.
Yeah.
You will see at least 4 or 5 MTTD people there. You don't know what they are doing. I don't think MTTD is interested in traffic flow. I don't think that's their interest. Their interest is to catch people who don't have driver's license or people who they want to catch. Because how on earth would you have a place where there's a specific place for people to park? And this is both sides. So when you're going towards Accra, going away from Accra, trot drivers are a law unto themselves.
It's a bastard.
They will stop, and the MTTD guy is talking to them. The MTTD guy is wearing white and is chatting with them. Clearly, this is the norm. I don't think their job description includes make sure traffic flows. I don't think so. Even if it does, they've neglected it.
That one I agree.
They go to Tema. There are traffic lights in Tema. There's one at Medas. They will sit at the bus stop and be waiting. That traffic light is very inefficient. They won't say anything. When you pass through Amber, they say they've caught you. So for me, if the police MTTD were minded to allow traffic flow, do you even think people need to be calling radio stations to tell you that there's traffic? If it was a KPI for them, if somebody would call the head of MTTD and say, in the past 29 days of April, there have been 6 very bad days of traffic. These are the thresholds. The average person from Adenta to Accra spent 3.5 hours. This is not acceptable. What are you going to do about it? Do you think a serious country where productivity is an issue? But yeah, police, what do they do? When was the last time NTTD boss was called to say, okay, who is even assessing, right? What are you even measuring? Who is even measuring to say the average time it takes a driver from Tema to Accra, from Kaswa to Accra, from Adenta to Accra? Where are the benchmarks? If you can't measure it, how do you manage it? So we are not doing anything. They wake up in the morning, they go and stand at traffic light looking for people to catch. That's what they do. And they should prove to me that traffic flow is part of their agenda. Yes, there are police who stand at traffic lights to conduct traffic, but that's the exception. And the worst part, you'll be driving in some obscure corner. Then you see police car has stopped with 4 men in it with guns. Some of them wearing masks. Then they are doing an operation. You don't know whether they are from Accra, they are from Kumasi. You don't know what they are looking for.
No name
they
tags.
open your boot. They want to look at your face. They check you, and then they say, "Carry on," or "Where is your something?" The police administration itself, I think they need to change their mindset towards what their job is in terms of managing a modern city. A modern city is attractive because there's productivity. Productivity cannot be attained without ease of movement. Okay? So if somebody was concerned about productivity, the most important thing to measure is how easily do you have mobility. Mobility is not trotro. Mobility is movement. So there's a master plan that designs the various flows from the main bus stop to the city center, places you walk, places you ride bicycle. There's nothing like that. Even if there's just we are not ready. We are not ready for. We are not interested in developing. What we want to do is to collect money, go and sing and shout and be happy. We are not interested in. Look, there are cities that are having subway. Go to London, and this was during World War. At every material point in time in London, at least 1/3 of the city is underground to manage movement. London is a very congested city. You can move from West London to East London in less than an hour and a half. You can move from even the outskirts of London into the city to do. He was there doing his masters. Ask him. There are more people in London than there are in Accra. But the people who manage the city, they have KPI. Somebody is interested in product. Here we are not interested in productivity. What are we interested in? Politics. Oh, and of course, if I go there, they'll say I'm doing policy. Let me not mention thank you to. But that's what we are interested in. We are not. Productivity is not part of the things we are interested in. No. That the average nurse who lives in Adenta has to get to work at a particular time so he can deliver. We are not. So as a society, we don't. What do we value? Funerals, politics. What else? All those things. So we are not ready for productivity. That is why nobody will be sacked. Nobody will be queried as to why there was such a massive. And you know the worst part, when big men are going to work, motorbikes right in front of them say we should all clear off so that they will go and do their work quickly. So all of us, you know, they should clear us off the road so that they will go and have their important meeting. They are going to parliament or they are going to ministries. Until somebody says productivity is key, mobility is a sine qua non. Is that the word? Sine qua non. Mobility is one of the features of functional resilient cities. So if you Google resilient cities, every city that is serious thinks about mobility, alternative trams, trains, bicycles, walking paths. We are not interested in those things. Trotro, basa, taxi, chaka, boat, possibly okay. Everybody's in a private car. Bus RT system, it doesn't work. BRT lanes, overtaken. Bus stops, people are selling. So we can't compete with any country. We can't because if you want to compete, people must be productive. If people must be productive, it means that they have to get to work on time and work. They have to be in the right frame of mind. Here you inhale a lot of smoke. Getting to work is a chore. By the time you leave Kaswa to town, you are tired. You can't be productive, so you cannot compete. So you keep importing from China every day, despite all the conferences. Because in the way you even execute mobility, you are not serious. Most of your time is spent arguing with GPRT over whether they should increase transport fares or not. You do the minimum. Most bus stops and throttle stations are a nightmare. When it rains, you can't stand there. Are these people who are serious to actually compete with anybody in the world? We are not. Tanzania, you went there last week. Kenya, Rwanda, there are alternatives. Ghana, who talk. Trotsky. Even Trotskys don't deserve roadworthy. They have. You go to Trotro. I mean, do you think that if DVL is seriously working, a lot of these Trotros will be on our roads? But they're on the road. Then they'll say, when you go to Kenya, there's Mutatu. We should take it like that. What can we do? So this BRT, this thing you are reading for me, there's just English. So there's nothing. They are not doing anything. Their project, maybe they go to work. When they are going, they'll tell their wife, I'm going to work. But they are not doing anything. Me, I'm telling you. That project is not doing anything.
Let's ask Nasir.
Oh, please. He doesn't have any answer.
Oh, but he must have an answer.
He will tell you about the minister's store. He's inspecting roads in the north.
No, but Bernard, you see,
he doesn't know anything about the project.
$4 million is a lot of money. $4 million is a lot of money.
You know, we are not doing it. $4 million.
Yes, but if not, then the police must also have a conversation about their watching room.
The police, they want to catch you. They want to catch you.
They don't want to prevent traffic.
For what? They even do barriers. The worst part, in the night, when you are going home and you are tired, after you leave a main traffic light, they'll put a barrier there and they'll shine torch light in your face to further exacerbate and annoy you before you get home in the name of security checks. And when you complain, they say it's for your own good.
Okay, this morning, they should just go and help the people to move.
It's bad.
Hopefully there's an update from here we can share with listeners, but let me bring you some comments that have come through, loads of them. A few weeks ago, I thought one of the guests at the top said 80% of the street lights issues in Accra have been resolved, or I didn't hear right. I want to ask if the street lights from English Amanfro to Malam Junction all the way to Atomic First, that's my route. I want to know whether they are part of Accra's 90% of street lights, because they are always off. Fred from Bosches and through. Bernard, it's not better. I've spent 30 minutes from UPSA to Okponglo. Good morning, guys. The traffic is on the motorway as well, so there's been a spillage onto spillover onto the motorway. Bernard, the traffic has overflown onto the motorway. Yes, we just spilled over. We've just mentioned that. Good morning, Bernard. The traffic on the Medina Accra Road is so unbearable this morning. It has taken me over 30 minutes to move from Presec Junction to GRA office at Okponglo, and I'm stuck here. Alidin from Abloje. Abloje wrote about. Boss, for those of us who live on the Nsawam stretch, we have multiple WhatsApp platforms for updating all on board on the traffic situation. With this page, we are able to find alternative routes to and from Accra. So
you mean this morning, was it today?
This morning,
this morning, how we pass?
Sapema, take left. You know. The traffic is caused by...
Let's wait on that. You know, what I want to say is that I like it when people try to help each other. You know, it's an important part of the conversation, but I feel like beyond trying to help ourselves, we have to get serious with this governance issue. If we don't start holding our duty bearers accountable, we will be in this problem for a long time. I'm telling you, it's so bad.
Bernard, there's still no police in sight, I understand, so we're encouraging this. There's airport police. I'm sure they have their MTT, their tow trucks and all of that. If from where they are describing the tow or the crane has broken down, the distance from that end to the airport police station shouldn't be too far. Even then, from the headquarters is not so much of a distance that we should.
So they should know by now.
In traffic for 2 hours 30 minutes. So we're calling on the police. Please, we know you have some nice machines. You have some great guys in there. Please dispatch them and go and ease the burden.
There was some law they were trying to pass, which we intercepted last year. It was one. Yes, but that was supposed to be a road transport regulation, something that had to do with it included a toll system. Can you pull it for me?
Yeah,
it was something that had to do with towing, and it was intercepted by the media where they saw that there was something about MPs using sirens. But the law itself was to empower the state to, I think, tow vehicles. Please look it up for me. I think it's very important. What I want to say is that I'll sound like what I said yesterday, and you may disagree, but I'm going to say the only way these things will change is if the president decides to launch a national productivity drive.
Again,
I swear. And then he'll say,
what is this with you and the president should launch something? Everything you say the president should do something.
You know, I've come to a conclusion.
The president should stop appointing people.
I've come to a conclusion that nothing works in Ghana if the president does not attach a personal interest in it. Let me repeat. Nothing works in Ghana if the president does not attach a personal interest to it. Let me give you 2 examples.
The president is tired.
That's the system we've created.
Tired of.
And it's not even about this president. It's the system we have created. So, look, if he doesn't, I'll tell you something. This whole thing about productivity and Operation Zero Traffic, he has to launch it and say, we are going to we are going to ask the NRSC, Road Safety Commission, the police MTTD, and then the other agencies like the DVLA to collaborate to ensure that the number of traffic days in Accra is reduced. He's going to give them a target, and he will task his transport minister and give him some specific marching orders. If he doesn't do that, because in Ghana people are not minded to do anything until there's consequence. Whilst is pulling up that document for me. And
it's the regulations they wanted to amend. So this is the LI 2180, which is the road traffic regulations of 2012.
Correct.
So they wanted to amend it to introduce a number of new provisions.
Correct.
And the Honorable Dominic Ayine, who is currently the Attorney General, was the chairman of the committee, subsidiary legislation.
Correct.
Committee dealing with it as of that time.
Do you know what they wanted to change in that law and what it would do?
It was supposed to be a set of sweeping reforms dealing with many aspects of our national road regulations, including questions about whether there should be spot fine imposed on people who breach speed limits and park where they shouldn't park, and other minor offenses that should ordinarily not require the intervention of the courts. You know, this has been in the works for some time. The police wanted to introduce it, and there were questions about whether they have put together the appropriate infrastructure to make it work.
Did it include anything about towing?
Towing,
or it was more on spot fines?
And that and many other. I did not look at the entire provisions that were supposed to have been enforced, but you do know that we had opposed the attempt to introduce the towing.
Yes.
When Zoom Lion and their people wanted to get that into
it's like a monopoly.
Exactly. So that was shelved. But this new attempt, I don't.
Okay, you know, I think you need to do an investigation for me, maybe not today, but go into that law for me, because I think that law, because for example, the issue of spot fines, if it is properly done electronically, it reduces corruption. Do you understand my point? Because if a policeman stops me and I genuinely have offended him or the law, and I pay electronically to a centralized system, I think that corruption of the police extorting money from me is reduced. Do you follow me? So I think that to that extent, this LI is critical. Number two, I think there needs to be a policy on towing out of which will flow a law. Now, the reason I'm saying this is that, you see, in Ghana, generally, our regulations are not efficiency enhancing. They are punitive. I'll give you an example. NCA will sue a telco for maybe what they call poor network. They won't refund the money to you. They will take the money for themselves. So they are not regulating to help you who lost airtime. They are regulating to punish the telco. Give you another one. You drive a car and you park at the wrong spot. The assembly will come and clamp your car. Now, what does clamping do? I've parked at the wrong place. So let's assume I park at Atomic Junction. It's wrong. When you clamp me, what have you done? You have basically kept my car there until I come and pay you, remove it. So you are not interested in traffic flow. You are interested in keeping the car there to collect money. You get it? Now, the reason is that the mindset of the regulator is not driven by an overarching need for productivity. Whereas in the UK where you were living, if you are clamped, there's a certain, they will tow the vehicle and you will pay for the towing. Do you understand? They will, and then to even park, you will pay. So they are revenue focused and they are also productivity focused. So the assembly will tow your car and you will pay for it. And they will take the money to do good things for the society. But their whole objective is that you cannot park your car here. Do you understand what I'm saying? Every space is governed. Now, our poverty is because we construe money only from a point of view of extraction. So let me extract some trouble from him, or let me take some money from him for my personal use, without using it to improve the system for all of us. So I'm going back to the mindset. You see, in Ghana, I keep saying this, in Ghana, we are very good at changing laws. Now, the problem in Ghana is not that we don't have good laws. The mindset of the people is wrong. Do you understand? So you need a certain social re-engineering of people's thinking. And this includes leadership. Leadership must be concerned. Sky, remember the former governor of New Jersey? The big guy, I forget his name.
Christie.
Now, there was a certain thing that happened that brought his candidature for the Republican nomination down a few years ago. So he caused his city office to manipulate the traffic controls, to cause people to stay in traffic longer, to achieve a certain objective which was not noble. It became a major scandal. Now, this is a country, so there are many things happening here. So it's possible for the governor to see traffic flow every minute.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the regional minister for Greater Accra, does she have a dashboard to tell you how traffic is flowing every day? So it tells you that the two societies are different. Because in that society, they've invested in movement and mobility, because for them, if people cannot move, they cannot work. If they cannot work, they cannot be productive. If they cannot be productive, you cannot make money. If they don't make money, we will not be able to keep anybody alive. It's not part of our arrangement. Transport minister, road minister, regional minister, nobody has a traffic dashboard. That is because mobility is not an objective. That's point number one. Number two, the governor was punished because what he did, it caused traffic in some places. Do you understand what I'm saying? And it was considered using a public resource to manipulating it for a personal gain. It was a big issue. So, who gets points knocked off for traffic? If you don't make it an objective to be achieved, nobody. Do you understand what I'm saying? Traffic is bad.
It's normal here.
Yes. So if you don't create, it's almost like saying if the news bulletin goes late, it's okay. If you read the news bulletin a minute late and you have a memo from the MD, you will know that the news has to go before the time. So so when you are analyzing Vivian, you say news, accuracy of news, timeliness of the news, professionalism of delivery. It's a benchmark. So she can have the latest breaking news, but if she reaches 5 minutes late, she can still be queried. Now, if you go to whose job description in Ghana is to ensure that traffic flows easily? That's the question you should be asking yourself. The people who are supposed to ensure traffic flows easily, they don't use the traffic. They have sirens. And the society that permits that is not. So what I'm saying is that Ghanaians, you will suffer for long. You will suffer for long. I'm telling you, if you don't change your mind, you will suffer, and your children will come and they will curse you because you didn't do anything for them. If you don't, because the way you think is what leads to the policy choices, and your policy choices is what leads to your laws, and your laws is what leads to the kind of policing you see around. You see, so it's not law that you must change. The mindset of the person is wrong. He's not interested in productivity. He's not interested. He's interested in just taking his time. You know, see serious people are texting that they are in traffic. They are angry. They want to get work. The police will not show up. But you run the red light, or you go and drive at Kaukudi Junction and pass through Amber. They will appear in their glory and they will collect 5 cedis from you, or they will say you go to court. What problem are they solving with that thing they are doing? I'm not saying people should run a red light too, but do you think deploying police to catch people for passing through Amber is the most efficient use of police in Ghana? And does that look like a society that is ready to compete with China? Oh, that's not good. That's Senegal, Kenya. Which are that? Where is that? Even Rwanda. You were there last week. Aren't they more serious than us? Couldn't the police there do spot fines in Rwanda? Don't they have speed cameras? Do we have speed cameras in Ghana? So we know we want to do this thing. Thank you, Thor. We want to discuss. Then all our big people will go and sit on radio.
Well, the government has taken up the proposed amendment of the LI. I think what they are doing now, for now, the priority appears to be to amend us to include, and of course the parent law, if it comes down to it, motor riders to carry human beings across the city and elsewhere as part of the forms of transport we have.
This in LI?
Yes, currently our laws do not allow the use of Okadas, if you like it, or Zemija in Ghana, but people are doing it anyway. And one of the promises the Mahama team made before the elections was that when they came in, they were going to amend the law to allow the use of Okadas. So currently consultations are underway, and you do know that earlier they made a proposal to lower to the age, the threshold.
To raise it, actually.
To
24. Now they brought it to 21.
Yeah, to 21, and that created a storm. So that appears to be the priority for now, creating jobs through motorbikes.
So you haven't seen anything about towing?
No, not immediately.
But Bernard, the municipal assemblies, they usually have such equipment.
Tow trucks.
The police stations, if you go to some of the big ones. They usually will have such towed vehicles and trucks. So if the traffic monitoring system Godfred tells us about, where we've spent so much on, if someone is monitoring that, people should be able to quickly alert others that, look, there's a situation here, let's get that sorted, and that gets addressed. So in the absence of even an organized or coordinated national towing service or whatever, you have already institutions at the local government level that have these trucks. So it tells me that we can go on and have a national tow, whatever, if the system that makes sure that if the system that responds to such incidences are not already running, you just have another bureaucracy on top of a malfunctioning bureaucracy, because then it's not a system designed to provide service and convenience to people and to increase productivity in that respect. So as we were saying, people need to start thinking deeply about mobility and productivity, because if people are leaving home at 4:30 and getting back home at 10, we should actually be concerned about the health of the people who are living such poor quality life, not because but simply because there is too much traffic in the system.
I'll give you an example. I was
concern.
at a program last year. They were discussing a particular kind of business that was moving to Ghana. It's called business. It used to be called business process outsourcing, but they are called BSOs, business service organizations. So, for example, you can have a call center where maybe a facility in London, when people call, the lines come through Accra and the trained Ghanaian will respond. Then there's also IT services, right? And they were saying that Ghana was becoming very attractive for this because of a number of reasons. Our location, because we're on the Greenwich Meridian, we can provide service for people in the North America and also in Asia. It's because we're on London time. So Ghana was concerned, and they said because of our English accent, which was pretty good, that the average educated Ghanaian, because the other thing is that people, if somebody, let's assume somebody calls a call center for a problem in, say, England or in the US or in India, the Ghanaian accent is more decipherable than, say, the typical Nigerian or whoever. The major problem they faced, beyond some Ghanaian work attitudes, they said that there's a mobility problem in Ghana. And the guy was saying that, look, his workers, some of them live at Kaswa. So let's assume my call center is at Osu. He said by the time the guy gets work, he's tired. You get it? It was like, and I think I saw two things in that submission, that it was too expensive for the person to get to work comfortably. And even if the person gets to work, he's so tired because he's had to sit through a long drive. The person didn't have any alternative way of getting to work. His equivalent in another country will probably jump on a train, and he will probably get to work 30 minutes earlier than his Ghanaian counterpart, and you'll not be that exhausted. Now, you see, this, I keep saying that we are output driven and not outcome driven. So the government will say, we've built 200 kilometers of rail from Tema to Mpakadan, or 180 kilometers of rail from, we have given you the rail, so eat it. We have built 16 roads, so we are declaring you of roads. Now, an outcome mindset says, as a consequence of the road, the average moving time between Tema and Accra has reduced by 2 minutes. That's a society that is outcome driven. Well, we are output driven because of votes. So we say, oh, when I became MP, I built this road. As if the road itself solves the problem. Do you see where I'm going? And I'm saying that it's the way you think and what you measure that determines. So, and if you don't define the problem correctly, you cannot solve it effectively. So right now, there was big story. We've renewed contracts. We have road certificate, $10 billion of roads. Which government did more roads? NPP or NDC? We'll argue it for 6 months. Then we'll say we did rail. I think the question should be, which government enhance mobility the most effectively? So you even use things like diversification of transport modes. Which government enhance the diversification of our transport system to include rail, road? Do you understand? That's where it should be going. And it shouldn't be in kilometers of roads built. It should be in time spent in traffic. The average movement from Accra to Kumasi should not be 6 hours by public bus. It should be 3.5 hours. You were in the US, you drove the equivalent of Accra to Tamale in less than 3 hours. But in Ghana, it will take you much more. So the American can do much more than you. This is the problem. But we don't define, and we the media will also help, because we contribute to these endless debates about who's built more roads, who's done more rail. Do you get my point? And you can use, and I'm saying that this is the entry point for many problems. It's the mindset. If we don't have a new conversation about what it means to live in a functional, resilient city, and we keep repeating the rubbish we're repeating, we are not going to get anywhere. Do you know what I'm saying? It's and I think that the middle class who are stuck in traffic listening to this program, you need to rethink how you engage politics. All right. People keep asking, why do you guys keep talking on air? We may not get another chance. We will not be here forever. At least we want it to be on record. Yesterday, Ofosu Dote was saying that when we speak, they hear. So we will keep speaking. Too many of our middle classes are not connected to anything. I've lived in an estate before. Even contribute 200 cedis to pay for weeding of common areas. A middle class Ghanaian who is a church elder, who works in a bank, he will not pay. Yet he will call a radio station and complain. Pay 200 cedis so that we can have a gardener weed the common, so that there will not be snakes. Don't do it. And yet when they call into the station, they'll say, oh, the government is not working. Caleb, I'm serious. Try to organize the people on your lane. Tell them that, oh, there's a Saturday morning, there's too much grass in front of, let's weed because snakes are coming. And see how many of them will respond. They'll go to funerals, don't mind you. Walk from your house to the 6 houses on your left, 6 houses on your right, and tell them that your name is Caleb Kuda. Next Saturday, we want to weed, we want to distill the gutter in front of the road. How many of them will even mind you? They won't. This is the reason we are not succeeding. So a person will come and lie to you. He will go to the bus stop, share some things. Don't vote for him. He will go for their funerals. You're the one who thinks you are so smart sitting in an air-conditioned car. You don't care. You move to a gated community and you are checked out. If they say contribute to doing something, that's not the only problem. But you see, the leadership that thrives in a society thrives because the middle class allow it to thrive. The middle class who are educated. You went to Ghana National College. You went to UCC. You have a master's degree. You are doing evening classes. You work in a bank. You are a church elder. Yet your lifestyle supports bad leadership. You are not community minded. You are not civic in anything. You think texting a radio station is the only way to solve a national problem? No, you don't do anything. Clean up, you won't do nothing. Community serve, nothing. Not to talk of holding duty bearers accountable. How are you going to have a society that advances? The politicians will come, appoint their people, come and continue the same rubbish, and you'll be here. If you don't wake up to the reality of who it is to be a citizen and demand for more, you will. And we are asking for basics. So these are basics. We are not saying take us to the moon. We are not asking for an AI-powered educational system. We just want the road to move. Simple. We are not asking for any wild thing. And then the apparatus of state, the police, are used to oppress us. Collecting, extorting. Police women dressed nicely, see you at night. Officer, your boys are here. Disgraceful. You are wearing a uniform. Sometimes I'm in a car with my kids. Why are you asking me for money? You should be sacked. But it's normalized. That society is not going anywhere. A society where a person in uniform can ask a vehicle driver for coins. How can a society advance? How are you going to compete with China? You are tripping. This is the problem. So we will go through until a group wakes up and says we deserve better. This is not wild life. Life is not about doing this type of things. Because as for the political leaders, they will manipulate. They know you vote based on where you are from. So they will play to your emotional gallery. I'm not going to be pushed into that thing. And they will unleash their people on you. You get it? So this is the situation. It's very sad. It's look at making you sad. But Caleb, if you don't define the problem correctly, you cannot begin to solve it.
Yeah.
Our leaders have a chance to make a difference. There's a new government. They have a lot of power to test majority. A president who is very experienced. People must lead. People must stop being positional leaders who occupy space. stand up for something, make a change, minister for whatever you are. People just like posts. They don't want to step up and lead. They don't want to do nothing. And we encourage that with our bigotry, our limited mindset, equalization, vengeance. Charlie, it's terrible. So we are not advancing society. We are not using. We are a blessed country. 30 million odd people. Look at Burkina Faso. Look at what's happening in the sub-region. We had an election. Yeah, there were a few issues, but at least we have a proper system. Let's use it. We won't do it. So even in West Africa, Benin, a lot of the countries are overtaking us. Senegal now have a train system. Even Nigeria, now you can sit on a train from Abuja to Kaduna. Where can you sit on a train properly in Ghana anywhere? Even the Western Enclave, which is even the place where they don't have proper nothing. Tanzania, they have. Kenya, they have. Cote d'Ivoire, you can sit on a train from Abidjan to Ouagadougou. In Accra, you cannot. You get it? So, kiosk everywhere. We are in a certain state of, it's like delusion that we are some special people. You get it? And we are not doing anything. So please, let's wake up and change the system. Leaders, wake up and lead. DVLA, Road Safety Commission, Ministry of Transport. Let's IGP. People should stop collecting bribe on the road. Sack them. There's traffic in town. Unleash the men. They should go and help the citizens. That's why you are there. You are not there for your creature comforts. Not that when you are in traffic at Michelle Camp, then somebody in a military vehicle, he come and pass. He will stop the traffic. He will come and pass and go because he's wiser than you. It's a society we have turned everything on its head. It's a terrible situation, I'm telling you. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but that's how I feel. Talking from the heart. Until we get people who like that switch in our mind. Educational system. The home. We are not going anywhere. We will just have conference and discuss after. Do 2028. Come back. Repeat the same rubbish. So Ghanaians, please wake up. We'll take a break. Sorry for making you sad. But Caleb has some messages to read. That's part of our work. So thank you for your time.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation.
As a busy professional, I struggled with back and neck strain from long hours at my desk. To improve my focus, productivity, and well-being, I sought expert advice from the CEO of Expert Office Furnish.
After being in the furniture business for 25 years, I can tell you two things that causes back pain in the workspace: bad sitting posture and not sitting on a good chair. I recommend to you the Genevia Beeper chair, the chair that helps you to sit right. When you don't sit right, it beeps for you to be able to sit right. The next will be the Enjoy chair. It takes every body shape and size. Buy a chair that will support your back and give you that comfort to be able to deliver on your job.
Expert Office Furnish offers molding furniture for comfort, productivity, and style. From seating to customized solutions, plus interior decoration services, they've got it all. Find them off the Atomic Hills Estate Road in Ashonman or call 0571 386602 on Facebook and Instagram at Expert Office Furnish.
Charlie, where are you?
Bossman, I'm at the bank.
Really? But your car is in front of your house.
Bro, my bank on my phone, Charlie.
Oh, how?
EcoBank, bro. With EcoBank mobile app, I can do everything, anywhere, anytime. Listen, I just checked my account balance, paid Ahmed's school fees, and sent money to my grandma at Walwale.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Massa, just download the EcoBank mobile app from the Google Play Store or the App Store, or dial *770# and be your own bank manager.
Manager.
Whether to pay bills or fees, to check account statements, send money across Ghana, abroad, and more, EcoBank mobile app has got it covered. EcoBank Mobile, making everyday people live everyday lives the EcoBank way. EcoBank, the Pan-African bank.
Hey, so what goes into building quality structures? I mean, literally, what goes into it? Wujaf, you don't want to be sitting here somewhere worrying whether or not you did a really good job. It's a very simple equation. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, massa, forget it. Don't start cry. Menye, diamond cement has been providing builders, block makers, and construction companies that peace of mind for years. Diamond cement is 42.5 R grade cement, unbeatable quality made right here in Ghana. And because we have your pocket in mind, we provide 32.5 R grade so that every everybody getting on. No long talk, Jack. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, don't start. Locate Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide with factories in Aflao, Takrade, and Buipe, or call 0244-313-368 or 0540-111-978 or 0202-021-175. Diamond Cement, still as hard as a diamond.
Burna Boy, Trevor Noah, Black Coffee, Chimamanda the writer, Febe Mugugu the fashion designer, and many more young African icons didn't get where they are by following mainstream paths. They did things differently. Say yes to doing things differently. Say yes to the creative person within you, the maker, innovator, entrepreneur. Chart a new path, learn new skills, globally recognized by the American Welding Society and Pearson's BTech. So whether in Ghana or abroad, you will shine. Say yes to DTI, a learning experience that is next level. Go to dtiafrica.com or call 054-169-3534.
It's heydays at the Junction Mall, and it's bigger, better, unmissable. From now until May 4th, the Junction Mall is a place to be for everything, from the hottest gadgets and appliances to fashion, food, and fun, all at up to 70% off. Shop and win amazing prizes. There'll be cultural displays, live band performances, Junction aerobics for the fit and fun, and kids paradise with face painting, boat rides, bumper cars, and so much more. Bring the family, grab your squad, and do not miss a single moment. It's not just shopping, it's heydays at the Junction Mall, and it's bigger and better than ever before. Follow us at the Junction Mall GH on Facebook and Instagram, or WhatsApp us on 0540-221-774 for more details. The Junction Mall. Join, explore, shop, enjoy.
Ready to advance your career? IS Evolutions Consult offers world-class training. Join our certified information systems auditor training in Accra from 28th April to 2nd May. In Dubai, elevate your skills with exclusive training, managing fraud in a digitalized world from 9th to 13th June. Fraud and forensic auditing 23rd to 27th June. Advanced analytics with Arbitus 7th to 11th July. Value for money audit 18th to 22nd August. Call us on 02-4768-1899 or send us an email at info@isevolutionsconsult.com. IS Evolutions Consult, your partner for success.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
I am representing for all of humanity, for ordinary people, the working class, and all of them get to youth. I want to them leader them, with them tall is a manifesto. Me no know them I like to come see them there, boy. Them dress up in a suit and tie, suit and tie. But me no see nothing I want. Them dress up in a suit and tie, suit and tie. But me no see nothing I want. Them dress up in a suit and tie, suit and tie. But me no see nothing I want. See them dress up in a suit and tie, suit and tie. But me no see nothing I want. They look very nice, dressed in their suit and tie, but they're not satisfied. The deals they make and the contracts they verify. Leave the street terrified. I won't leap on the land, them bag of cocaine. Back up in a suitcase, we go on the plane. All in the name of political assignment, no resentment. All when the people come dress up in a
22 minutes past 9, Storm Boy.
But me no see nothing
they burn it out. Lots of comments, lots of agreement, lots of angst. As a broken down vehicle brings traffic to a standstill in many parts of Accra. Fascinating stuff. Only in Ghana. 054-998-6996. Here's some exciting news, by the way, from the bank with the coolest tagline, not just another bank. We're talking Omni Basic Bank's new tagline, not just another bank. We're redefining banking with a new commitment to making our customer the happiest person. Visit any of our branches to update your records with us. Call 0307 086 000 or 0800 100 790. That's our toll-free number. Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank. Let's talk about Afro Quality, where we stock the best products made in Africa. From beautifully crafted, ready-to-wear fashion straight from Ghana, Kenya, and Rwanda, to running shoes from Kenya, watches from South Africa, and organic skincare gems from South Sudan. Afro Quality has all those who demand the very best from Africa. We are at East Legon on the La Bawaleshi American House Road, right on top of Say Cheers. You may reach us on TikTok at Afro Quality, or you can go to afroquality.com or reach us on phone 055-339-2345. Afro Quality, because you deserve the best.
And if you're ready to drive innovation and take the next step in your career, apply for Ashesi University's master's programs, which combine world-class education with African relevance, regardless of your career aspirations. And Ashesi master's program equips you with the skills, ethics, and network to lead boldly. Applications are open for our 2025 cohorts. Learn more at ashesi.edu.gh. And if you're tired of HR headaches, simplify your business with Hot Jobs Africa. As your one-stop HR shop, we handle recruitment, labor outsourcing, expatriate management, consultancy services, and corporate training. Plus, we offer staff busing, 100% staff support to boost productivity. So don't let HR hassles hold you back. Contact Hot Jobs Africa today. 0303-980-362, 0204-336-004. Email info@hotjobsafrica.org. Website www.hotjobsafrica.org. Hot Jobs Africa. Think HR. Think Hot Jobs Africa.
All right, Godfred, help me with some of the reactions to
this
traffic matter.
Someone from Spintex says, good morning, guys. I think the government is to provide the towing vehicle so that towing levies should be added to the roadworthies and paid annually. Then the service can be available 24/7. The worst thing about this traffic issue is the pain I feel for emergency services. I've just seen an ambulance stuck in traffic on the Palace flyover heading towards the Mahama roundabout. We'll be tight to anyone who needs emergency assistance, all because of 3 broken down vehicles. Bernard, good morning. Please find out what happened to the 20 vehicles that the late President Mills procured for assemblies. Bernard, police should tow the truck and bill them for services rendered. This is Elvis' suggestion from Sakumono. Good morning, guys. Our dental barrier traffic light is a mess. The police are there when the traffic light is working, but they are not there when the traffic lights are off. He's not very happy this morning. On the Atomic Energy Road through Hacho to Atomic Junction, these police vehicles never pass without using their sirens. It's so sad. Every morning when we're in traffic, they will drive with speed, making noise all over the place with their sirens. Bernard, on this clamping issue, funny, but there's a certain group of rickety trotro driving folks at Kanda who go around claiming to clamp cars.
Look at that.
If you agree on wrongdoing, to wrongdoing and ask for official accounts to make payments of the fine, that's where the whole day's problem begins.
Oh Lord.
This is coming from Ato. Good morning, guys. The traffic light heading towards Kolebus Mortuary Road opposite the dumping site has been non-functional for 2 years. Yes, it's true.
Which one?
Latabia Koshi. Traffic light.
Radio Gold.
The junction, the main Latabia, before the entry road from Kolebu. That intersection. Every morning we have to fight to enter the road. Posing a significant accident risk. Road users have learned to navigate this stretch with caution and mutual understanding. It's imperative that the government takes notice and addresses the issues to prevent a potential disaster. Fifita Maklo, thank you for that. Good morning, guys. So what are the insurance companies doing? When your car breaks down, all you have to do is call your insurance company and they'll ask for a location and connect your towing vehicle to come grab your car for you to the nearest mechanic shop. Ghana, Apu. DJ Nature. DJ Nature from Italy. Pokia says, Bernard, the police stop you and tell you that the camera has captured you when you have not really done anything. They then demand that you pay 600 Ghana cedis to get an officer to erase you from the records.
Look at that.
Poké is also not happy. Diddy from Chado says, as we speak, there's a traffic build-up on the Palace Mall due to the breakdown of a concrete mixer.
Ah.
Now
They
the
are the
problem
worst. They are the
concrete
worst.
mixer.
Hey, don't be today,
And
go come over there.
they distribute pieces
Concrete
of
on the
concrete
road.
on the road.
All over the place.
Lawlessness.
It was this. Can you imagine the police set up a barrier at Poké Dumase as early as 8 p.m. or 8 a.m. as early as 8 p.m.
For what?
Causing unnecessary traffic right from work. Kindly find out what time they're supposed to do set up these night barriers. 2. Police on the Anya Awishi Road only hide at a fuel station.
They hide you. They set traps for you.
Extort money from drivers at a wrong turn. They're only waiting for you to go wrong, and then they will arrest you. They are not there to prevent wrong
at all.
The police MTTD service and driver's concert, I think, was taken from our childhood play called Juloke Police. The worst are the AMA guards. They lock the tires.
Juloke Police.
They lock the tires of vehicles in the middle of the road and start bargaining the amounts the drivers have to pay, causing heavy traffic.
Do our kids still play that game? Charlie, we used to play Juloke Police.
The cause of heavy vehicular traffic at Rawlings Park. Jimmy Jack from Dansuman. Delali says, good morning. Guys, I have been reliably informed that at Medina Market, the trotro drivers going to Butcher pay 50 Ghana cedis each morning to the MTTD guys. This 50 Ghana cedis allows them to park anywhere. Hence the congestion on O Road every day.
Oh, Medina O Road.
This one says the traffic is caused by a broken down vehicle on the Ghana Home Loans Junction, just opposite Shangri-La. This one came earlier on. The traffic was still heavy. Hopefully it has improved. Eddie Queno, good morning, Eddie. He says, good morning, guys. How do you explain the traffic situation at First Light Kanishi? 2 out of the 3 lanes have historically been used as parking. I stopped once to ask a police officer why this happens. He told me it's the responsibility of AMA. AMA at Kanishi.
AMA say Kanishi is not for them.
AMA say
Kanishi is not part of their work.
AMA can go to Kanishi. Good morning. Can you imagine? Look how ridiculous it sounds. Accra Metropolitan Assembly is not responsible for Kanishi.
Can you imagine? So the Kanishi is Okankwe South.
Something else. There's a part of it that's under AMA though. So if you go to the same spot, different municipal administration.
No, not Kanishi. The AMA part falls at Agbebulushi side though.
This is First Light.
This is First Light. This is Dansuma Junction side.
So when you enter from Mpamprom all the way through to Dansoman Kanishi First Light, like 2 of the lanes are taken by car.
The right side.
It's just something.
Kindly call upon authorities in charge of the Kanishi Foot Bridge to rehabilitate it. It is damaged and rusty. Some of the metals are falling off, especially the one towards the Accra Academy Road. This is Frema from Accra High Street. Guys, the traffic on the Afienya to Ashama roundabout is mainly caused by major junctions such as Betile Junction, Kakasuda and Kanama 1 Junction, the only junction into the town. Yellow Signboard Junction, Community 22 Junction. This is Ayiku Tete from Afienya Matahiko.
All right. What happened to the towing law? I think there was a story in the graphic sometime in 2022.
That's correct.
That was to, and this is the way they write the story, towing law in the offing.
Yes, it has been in the offing since.
And this is 3 years old. So this story was written by your guy
Timothy Nyangbe.
Yes, 2022.
Hard guy.
So that was when you were opposing it. I think
no, 2022. No, we opposed that in 2019. Long time. Long time. 2022 is just last 3 days. Where's the story?
So it's here, 2022 July 20. Timothy Nyangme speaking to David Osafo Adonting, who was the acting DG National Road Safety Authority at the time, and the story was headlined "New Towing Policy in the Offing." So the National Road Safety Authority has initiated a process to roll out a new policy for the removal of disabled vehicles from the road.
All right.
The policy provides 3 options for funding the removal of broken down vehicles to safety. The policy gives the Ghana Police Service the mandate to compulsorily tow vehicles that have broken down or are parked wrongly on the road to designated holding centers and the owners surcharged.
Good.
The new regime also provides legal backing to private entities to set up towing services for vehicle owners to voluntarily access their services to have their vehicles vehicles cleared from the road.
Correct.
Then vehicle owners will have the option of subscribing to insurance policies for the companies to take up the responsibility of removing their vehicles from the road when they break down.
Okay.
The acting director general of the National Road Safety Authority, David Osafo Adonting, told Daily Graphic that the authority had sent a policy proposal to the Ministry of Transport for perusal and submission to Parliament. It comes more than 5 years after the failed attempt to implement a vehicle towing levy. The policy proposal is contained in some reviews that have been made to the Road Traffic Regulation 2012 LI 2180.
Okay.
So here's
Sorry, is it the same LI?
Yes.
2180.
Yes.
Okay.
The policy proposal is contained in some reviews that have been made to the Road Traffic Regulation 2024. Yes.
Same one.
2012 to LI 2180.
Yeah.
So the details are as follows. Providing details on the new towing policy, Mr. Adonting said the Motor Traffic and Transport Division MTTD of the Ghana Police Service would be given the power to compulsorily remove any vehicle parked at a place considered dangerous to life and property. Quote, when it is removed from the wrong place to a safer place, the cost of the towing and storage at a depot will be calculated and surcharged on the owner. He added that a second option was for private sector players to be engaged to set up at strategic places across the country and giving legal backing to take fees annually from vehicle owners who wish to access their services. He added that many insurance companies had bought into the idea of providing premiums to vehicle owners for the purpose of towing breakdown vehicles. So, quote, when we are ready to roll out, we will publish the list of all service providers, where they are located, and their contact details so that people can easily call for support. So here's the regulation. The road traffic regulations provide clear instructions for the removal of breakdown vehicles from the road. Regulation 1021 of the LI 2180 states, quote, an owner of a vehicle or a person in charge of a motorcycle or trailer who causes or permits the motorcycle or trailer which breaks down on the road to be left on the road shall give notice to the nearest police station or authorize a towing service provider within an hour if the broken down vehicle or trailer is located within a built up area, and within 2 hours if the broken down vehicle or trailer is within a place other than a built-up area. Now, despite this law, some breakdown vehicles are left on the road for days and sometimes months. So, in a bid to address the challenge, the National Road Safety Authority announced that effective July 1, 2017, vehicle owners were required to pay a mandatory road safety fee to be charged during the processing of their roadworthy certificates. This was what was opposed. This was what was opposed. It was in 2017.
It was 2017.
So, per the details, owners of motorbikes were to pay 10 cedis annually, while owners of non-commercial vehicles were to pay 20 cedis. Now, there was an intervention. Mr. Adonting observed that it had become necessary to revisit the idea of getting an effective mechanism to clear breakdown vehicles to reduce the spate of road crashes. It goes on to say that the Road Safety Authority was to promote safety on the roads by way of providing reliable towing services such that when vehicles broke down, the authority could ensure that they were swiftly towed to prevent crashes into stationary vehicles and then prevent oil from leaking onto the roads to destroy them. So, Bernard, that's the details of the story. 3 things so that the insurance companies could charge some premiums and then offer those services, or private sector will go into that business and provide that kind of service, or the individuals will take it upon themselves to get things out of the way, report to the police in particular, so they do that towing. It will be interesting to know, we've been talking in the last 2 hours, it will be interesting to know whether this vehicle that has occasioned this conversation has been towed away, because like we said, the airport police station is really, really close to where
they are. But the police are there. But see, the truth is that we don't know if they have them. It's a big vehicle.
That vehicle, I've seen it in that yard.
I think that the vehicle is on a payloader, and they've written Salaga on the vehicle. It's a huge. So it's like it's a low bed. Is that what they call it?
Right.
A low bed with a huge contraption on it, and it's occupied 2 lanes.
You can't move it.
You can't move it easily. So to move a low bed requires a heavy duty machine. Godfrey, have you seen the video, right? It's quite big.
No, but I'm saying that the tow vehicle that's required to take such vehicles away. The police has it.
But
From headquarters to regional.
Do you know the size? Do you know what a low bed is? A low bed is like this long thing. You know when we're doing
the low beds are the ones that carry the
excavators.
It's very big.
Oh, Bernard, I'm saying that heavy vehicles like that have broken down on streets in this country, and we've seen the police post on Facebook
that they've removed it.
Warning road users that there is such an incident here. We are working to remove it. So when you get to this place, slow down.
Okay.
Up to now, since we started this conversation, there's not been a single message on the police social media platforms that there's a traffic situation and that they are working to resolve it.
That the Facebook post, and I agree with your point that, but have the police consistently been using Facebook to update us on this?
We are used to this now. We know that the police. No, I've not seen that yet.
So new,
but that's what we've been used to.
New law.
Oh, but the MTTD, they've been there.
Maybe they are looking for the key to the car.
Charlie,
no. You know, in Ghana, Charlie.
No, Charlie.
Have you gone to a hospital where they are looking for some key before? You don't know.
No.
From
the key to unlock the tow vehicle. They don't
no. At least that standard must be kept. I've gone back to the page of the Ghana police.
Let me hear Sky.
There was something Nana Benin sent in a short while. I said that I recently got a text message that a car I bought for a driver on work and pay basis has been captured by the speed camera around Kaswa for speeding.
Correct.
The message indicated the exact location of the incident. And the message said the MTTD will soon commence electronic tickets for similar incidents.
Beautiful.
We don't need the physical presence of the police. Cameras can be installed to do that work. So it means that this dashboard you said.
So it means that this person would have paid.
Yes.
If the system was working, you can pay with Momo.
But Bernard, I can tell you that people have been receiving this message since like December.
Yeah,
so when is this going to start?
So they are piloting it. They are piloting it. Okay. So they are telling you that we know you sped.
And this is how much you're going to pay.
So what I'm saying is it's progress at least. So now, and I like the fact that the person whose name under whose name the vehicle is registered,
it's the one who received.
It is progress.
Yeah.
So now, if your work and pay driver goes to speed, it helps you know that your driver is misbehaving, so you can deal with him, and then you pay the fine.
Bernard, also in the heat of the conversation, a point I wanted to draw attention to, which ties into this, is that we very often, when we are talking about the police and our dissatisfaction, it's much in place, but there are very professional policemen out there who do such great work, and we need to commend them and not lump them all together. The other point is that we have to use technology, as we are seeing in this case, to help check road traffic offenses and also correct some of the indiscipline we have on our streets, because we're doing war against indiscipline for some time in this city, right? But there's only so much the police can do, and we risk the lives of our police officers. Traffic light is supposed to be working, it's not working. You have 5 policemen. If you go to a place like Okponglo when the traffic light is not working, it's risky seeing the policemen in the middle of the road and vehicles speeding past them. Terrible. It's a very, very dangerous thing. So we endanger the lives of our men in uniform when we don't allow infrastructure and technology to work and assist the kind of work that they do.
Wonderful. We'll read a few more comments and then we will take Kyle.
Just a quick comment. You know, this ticketing thing on the spot fines that we want to do.
Yep.
I think the only way to effectively do that without it becoming another avenue for the police to the bad ones.
Yes.
The good ones do a good job, as you stated.
Very important.
You know, to rip the system off.
Yeah.
Is to ensure that we get body cams into the system.
Okay.
So that in whatever situation you find yourself that gives the police cause to want to charge you, the police immediately they approach you and they are telling you that, look, you have broken the law, this is the evidence.
There's recording.
There's recording of that. And then there's somebody who is at the back end, maybe in this office that is responsible for monitoring whatever is happening on the field, and seeing in real time what the conversation is, what they are talking about, so that we have evidence of what is going on.
So the body cam in addition to this speed cam.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the speed cam is for the vehicle.
Yes.
But and the body cam is for the interaction.
Professional.
Yes. So that we know what is going on and how what negotiations they do have in those sectors.
A few more comments.
Negotiations.
No, it's very important. It's very important.
Me do cocots is here, but you 2000. You
can say.
You can be black. When you are no, okay. Black say we knew
using the Bible to steal. Read some comments for us.
Bernard. Good morning. In Chakwa, the MTTU mounted a checkpoint as early as 5 a.m. to just extort money from motorists. Chakwa is such a small city, and traffic could build up stretching for more than 2 kilometers. The MTTU repeat this throughout the city, moving from one place to the other every single day, except on Sundays and rainy days. And they should rain every day. This is the type of democracy we practice. Nothing works. There are issues with all the sectors: education, health, what have you. And there seems to be no attempt to solve it. Africa's democracy means everything goes and nothing works. Francis from Adenta. Nature again says many of the cars don't go to DVL for inspection and control.
At all.
Instead, they call their friends and Goro boys to do the passing paperwork and send it to them. Why are we doing this to ourselves? The only thing that seems to work in Ghana are funerals, Sunday church services, and politics. Hi guys, what you guys are saying is true. We blame government, but not ourselves. We need to start from the church, because all of us who do wrong in society are in the church. If the Pentecost, Presbyterian, Anglican all come together to lead the church for members who are leading state institutions to cause the change, we begin to see change. All we do is my family and I, right from leadership to the gate man. Apart from that, nothing concerns us. My friend in the US police force came to Ghana, and it's embarrassing seeing some of our police officers asking him for something every time they see him. It's sad. Sesima from Adenta. Good morning, guys.
They've taken that in there too.
This one says, this was interesting. It says, people like post. You know post?
Yeah, they like post.
It says people like post.
Is it gift or is it soliciting for gift or soliciting for bribe?
Something small.
No, Bernard, it's so endemic that when you get to the Ghana airport, there's an announcement in the system that they don't endorse people extorting money from people. So if anyone asks for money from you, ask for a receipt. And it's embarrassing.
I think we should also separate what is gift.
No, but why are you asking an American policeman for something small?
I'm a Ghana, and you do know that.
It's part of the culture.
It's terrible. You know, it's not. No. It's extortion. Let me play Kojo for you.
Oh my God.
Please, when the vehicle is towed, let us know. We have 15 minutes to end the show. We'll be very happy to have at least a report that the vehicle has been towed and traffic has returned to normal. Citi Breakfast Show live. And a topic we didn't even plan to discuss, obviously, just the sheer number of messages about traffic from Atomic Junction, Legon, Shiashi. It was just too much. Good morning, City. As you guys are talking about the traffic, a truck has broken down on the circle overhead from Audome Cemetery, forcing all vehicles to use the lower lane. This is causing massive traffic. I think we should just declare today National Traffic Day. Today is 29th of April. National Traffic Day.
A lot of meetings will start.
Another one, Bernard. The dust is indeed quite unpleasant on the Ofankos farm. I think you read this earlier.
Yeah.
You sent it again. Okay. Good morning, Citi. I had a message that my Toyota Land Cruiser had been captured speeding on the road with GPS location given. Since the vehicle hadn't gone out on the date indicated, safe to the China Mall on the Spintex Road, my son quickly checked the GPS location given. To our shock, the location falls deep in the Atlantic Ocean. We are still keeping the police message. That must have been an error.
This one,
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Oh, right into the pond.
Of course, a pro indeed, Andy.
Another message? Oh, wait, not again.
What's wrong?
We've exceeded our fuel budget by 15,000 Ghana cedis this month. It doesn't make sense.
Oh, that's crazy. Just for a few vehicles?
Exactly. We spend so much on fuel, but I don't even know where it's going.
I had the same problem until Instroma GPS saved me. Their fuel monitoring system stops fuel theft and wastage, saving me thousands, bro.
Really?
Yeah, it paid for itself in months. Plus, I get monthly reports that track every drop of fuel. Hey, I'm not gonna lose God.
Take control of your fuel costs today. Get a free demo of Instroma's fuel monitoring system. Call 024-676-7662 now. Instroma GPS. Your choice, your savings.
Hi, Mom, it's me, Kwame.
Hey, Kwame. How are you?
Mom, I'm fine, oh.
Okay.
You know something?
No, tell me.
I'm looking for a complete furniture set for my new place.
Kwame, I've told you before, the only one place you should go, eh?
Yeah, Mom, but I need a mattress to fit my bed.
Ash foam.
I need a bed to fit my room.
Ash foam.
What about a sofa where it go relax my body?
Ash foam.
Wardrobes to fit all my clothes?
Ash foam.
What about linens and pillows for sweet dreams?
Kwame. Ash foam.
Mommy, I feel you. Ash foam all the way.
For mattresses to beds, sofas, wardrobes, linens, pillows, and more, don't waste time and visit any Ashfoam showroom across the country or call our hotline at 0243 200 729. Ashfoam. Feel it, know it.
Electroland Extravaganza Easter Promotion no Emanin Chow Water na wunya discounts ewa ye Samsung Easter Promotion na ye media Easter bonanza ni die deals a hodu obebre say adie ubenya Nasco banner e free 499 Ghana cedis na so 1599 cedis a ubenya 32-inch Nasco LED TV na ye Nasco top mount freezers ni die e start free 1799 Ghana cedis na ye Nasco chest freezer no 2599 Ghana cedis pay o. Ubenya free desktop computer. So what ye Nasco 6 kg, 7 kg, 8 kg, and 10 kg washing machine. Kanwo na kwa ye showroom sa wa Ghana fan enyina na chedie ne buso. Nemu minhyehyɛ kakra wo ho. Electroland Ghana Limited. Biaye ba kwa e won nemu nyama efe na ne bo dafem.
Mom, please can I have some milk in my Milo?
Have you tasted it?
No, but I didn't see you add milk.
Hey, taste it before you ask me any question.
Hey, milk na chemu say.
This is Milo all in one. Milo Pampa, cocoa, malt, milk and show, everything is inside.
Milo All-in-One already comes with more milk. Just mix with water and taste the nourishing goodness of quality cocoa, malt, and more milk all in one sachet. Milo, the energy to go further.
This advert is FDA approved.
Hello, boss. I just drove out of your premises. I've called you several times. Boss, I beg.
I gave you an opportunity to present your proposal with your financial statements. You didn't. If we approve and request for an invoice, that will take you another month, eh? You couldn't even provide receipts from the last job. My brother, we have given the contract to someone else who promptly furnished us with what we needed. Get serious.
Yehoah.
Don't be caught in this mess ever again. Restart with Build. Build provides businesses with a comprehensive accounting software with features that make your bookkeeping, accounting, tax, and payroll functions seamless. Our support team is always available to assist and respond to all your inquiries. Log on to www.build.africa and sign up. Call 030-80-4007 or 0303-974-832 for more information. Build. Bookkeeping made simple. Results made extraordinary.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
The City Breakfast Show.
Rise above the noise. Shine bright. City FM, you're the beacon of light. Guiding the people through day and through night. With integrity, your message takes flight. Oh, let's raise our voices. Let the truth be told. City FM, a story of courage and bold. Samuel and Bernard, you lead us so proud. With the strength of the people, let's shout it out loud. Through the airwaves, you carry our dreams, bringing us knowledge more than it seems. With every broadcast, you're breaking the seams. United our voices like rivers and streams. Oh, let's raise our voices. Let the truth be told. City FM, a story of courage and bold. Samuel and Bernard, you lead us so proud.
6 minutes to 10, and we are grateful for your messages.
Let's shout it out loud.
All right, here's a long one. Good morning, Bernard and team. I thank you once again for sparking such important national conversations. I strongly believe one of Ghana's greatest hindrances to progress is the corruption embedded in our security services, especially the police. When law enforcement becomes the chief violator of the very laws they are meant to uphold, we are in serious trouble. Just a few days ago, my friend and I experienced this firsthand. We were followed by police from Shiashi to the Accra Mall, accused of jumping a traffic light, which we absolutely did not. When we stood our ground and demanded they show us the footage, they could not. They eventually let us go, not out of integrity, but because they were caught in their own lie, and with no shame, they still went ahead and attempted to ask us for money. This disgraceful game of traffic light hide and seek by the police is a waste of resources, and sadly, this is becoming the norm. The truth is, it's not just about the police. We the people play a role too, especially when we normalize bribery. I live along the Afenia stretch and spend nearly 4 hours in traffic daily. Yet siren blaring convoys bulldoze their way through the rest of us who voted for them and suffer silently. That alone shows how skewed our sense of order has become. Until we confront and clean the rot within the police service and hold ourselves accountable, we don't even understand what real progress means. Bernard, you are not exaggerating. This is the hard truth. Send my regards to Kezia, who's an avid listener of your show. Okay, Kezia. You did not add your name to this very beautiful message, but I thank you for sending it through. Caleb, there's a few more.
Yes, Bernard, there's one I have here. Whether monopoly or not, the towing policy must be implemented. And then it comes with photographs of buses that have broken down on the Fanko Pokwase stretch, and where they have broken down is being used as a featuring shop, basically. See this below. Highways are deliberately used as mechanical shops, and the oil that drips from it, it's all over the place. There's another photo here, China Mall between Amasaman and Pobiman. This one, I got there and made the people wash it. So they literally had to wash the stain from the dripped oil. Good morning, Bernard. I have been reliably informed that the Medina Market trotros are going to Botwe pay 50 Ghana cedis each to MTTD. Okay, we took this earlier. An example of a good police officer is one police officer who directs traffic on the Legon Gempa Road. Thank you. I don't know his name, but he does his job very well. It's always smooth when you get to that stretch. Dorcas from Legon, you are so right.
Okay.
Good morning, team. Amid the ongoing issues with traffic and broken down vehicles, I'd like to use this platform to alert the general public about a growing concern, an increase in car thefts, particularly involving Hyundai vehicles. I urge the police and relevant authorities to be on high alert and take proactive measures. Eric from Adum Estate, Tema, thank you for your message. Hello, CBS team. I used to wake up at 4 a.m. just to get to work before 8 a.m. and get home after 9 p.m. I've gotten a motorbike for myself now. I'm able to rest and get to work in 45 minutes from Tem and Boga Town to Ridge. However, the problem is some drivers don't regard bikers, and if you are not careful, they will just push you aside and or not even create space for you to move. If you can afford a bike, please do and get enough rest. Right, good for you, Bernard. You've said it all. The police in Accra are all about standing in one corner and taking money. Even in the Shashi area where they are supposed to control traffic, their concentration is stopping cars and looking for faults. It's a shame. Bernard, right here at Okonglo, there are several times where we see more than 5 policemen with their bikes seated and chatting when the traffic lights are down, but they move in when there is an accident. So I agree with you. They don't care about our mobility. It's sad. Ni Allah send that through. Bernard, we have cars that are over 20 years old, commercial vehicles that have been altered, or they've altered their seats, retrofitted, you mean. Roads are not properly marked. Some drivers are reckless. No buses, no bus lanes, engineering issues. Do we have BRT on the Adenta, Dodowa, Achimota, Apedra, Bong Tema stretch at all? From Ajurinkano to School Junction, there is no proper bus stop. Charlie, we are not a serious country, you say. Bernard, we often blame poor leadership within the police department as the main reason traffic jams are not properly controlled. When Dr. Dampare took steps to discipline officers involved in misconducts, many within the service celebrated his removal. This reaction speaks volumes about the state of discipline and accountability within the police force, you say.
Well, we'll have to leave it here. Jedu Bleambole, cause this one Sunkwa. My name is Benadavle. I had a whole team here: Richard, Godfred, and Caleb. Coming up next, City News at 10 with a Juby. We are good morning.
Good morning and welcome to City News at 10. I am